this video is a throwback, but in my opinion, this video deserves a rewatch. We got some funny and shocking clips in here. Y'all go ahead and smash that like button, and let's break the algorithm. Let's do it. Let's get right into it, y'all.
Finally able to do this. Finally able to do what my mom was doing all the years when I was a child.
Yeah.
Stay still.
Okay.
You good?
Yes.
Finally able to do this.
Bro, I know everybody experienced that. Like, why are you putting all that oil on me? Your whole face shining. You walking out to go to school. Bro, I remember that like yesterday. Like, bro, why? And then she'll do the little cross, like, and say, the blood of Jesus. I know y'all remember that, man. Child venom.
They never told you it was venom. I didn't know it was venom. I looked it up. What kind of drug is this? Oh, it's a GLP-1 drug. What the hell does GLP-1 drug mean? Never heard that in my life. Holy crap, it comes from the venom of a lizard? I want to ask you, all of you at home, how many of you are convinced that you or your loved ones are overweight and diabetic because you have a Gila monster venom deficiency? And oh my God, God forgot to put enough of that damn Gila monster's venom in your body, and you ran out. Now you're fat and overweight and you're diabetic. So now you need to inject that venom inside your body every week, once a week. This is the insanity you live in. This is the deception you live in. Just because they called it Wegovy and Ozempic and said it was FDA approved, did I go, oh, it must be safe and effective. I don't know why these people's stomachs are being paralyzed and why they say they're going to develop cancer in their thyroid after a year. Really? Go look it up. I didn't know anything about this drug. It didn't even exist when I graduated school. How did I go on platforms like the Diamond and Silk Show the very next week? We bring this up and I'm educating the whole world about this drug. And then everybody's calling me, wanting on their shows to talk about, oh my God, it's another drug made by venom.
That's wild. Dang. This Ozempic thing been going around a lot too. It's like everybody been using it. Dang.
How they always adding shit to the job description, never adding shit to the salary?
Gawd.
The GOAT. He right. They probably do be doing that to y'all. They be adding more stuff to the list that they need you to do, and then they ain't adding no more. That's messed up. That's messed up. Y'all better be doing something on the side, online, for real. You gotta start doing what I'm doing. Something. You better be doing something, because that's messed up. That ain't cool.
I love having a kid, y'all. Watch this. 30-inch jet black, bust down.
Okay.
Every watch I get, I bust down.
Okay.
You are so cool. I love having a
She talking about okay. Nah, that's cool. Nah, shout out to the kids, man.
Yeah, and I'm still going. Fuck you talking about. Yeah, I'm cool.
He's about, I'm cool. I'm good. Nah, you know you have to play that off, because you don't want to see, bruh. That is embarrassing. I don't know what he going through, but you can tell he going through something. God, and then he fall. That's tough. Dang. It's too funny.
I paid $200 for this ticket, and you tell me I can't take a picture? Shut your ass up. Bye. I paid $200.
She got a point, though. She got a point. If I'm paying 200, I'm gonna take some pictures. You ain't gonna tell me no.
I can't get into my garage.
Look, I cannot move the car.
Why not?
Because I just can't move it.
Why can't you move it?
I just can't move it.
Well, listen, the cops are gonna come, they're gonna ticket it, and you're gonna get towed. So it's either one of the other.
I cannot move that car.
Well, only because you don't want to, because you're gonna be a prick about it.
Hey, why did you have to call me a prick?
Well, because dude, why don't you just be reasonable? You know it isn't right.
I
Why
cannot.
not just do the right thing? No, yeah, you can. You just don't fucking want to. You know we're done here.
Hey, no, I'm playing. That's not my car.
Oh, what fucking A, Jesus. Fucking A, man. You know what? You should be an actor. I can't get.
You stink. No, you stink. No, you stink. No. Your hair is fake. And you smell like a skunk. And your hair smells like trash.
Wow.
You stink. No, you stink.
Kids can be hurtful. They can be hurtful. And she said, wow. You know she thought that. And all you can do is just sit there and be like,
I just found a blue stop sign. I feel so much more polite than the red ones. I feel like a red one's like, stop. But a blue one's like, stop. Stop. I just found a blue...
Stop.
Damn, if it would break. He's just enjoying life right now, poor fella. I would have hated for him if it would break though. Damn. Oh!
He jinxed him.
Damn, if it...
He jinxed him. Because he over here watching him. Just let him do him. You shut up. How did it break though? Dang. Because of him. He talking too much. Dang. Prayed on his downfall.
I'm black and Mexican.
What race would you be if you couldn't be black and Mexican?
I would definitely be just pitch black.
Yeah, he knows what's up. Being pitch black be giving you superpowers, bruh. Like, you didn't even know I was here the whole time. You were just watching that video. Let me not catch you lacking again, bruh. Let me not catch you lacking.
I'm not gonna lie, when I was watching this video, I did not see him until he started moving his mouth. And I seen his teeth. And I realized somebody's actually reacting to this video. I didn't know that. That's crazy.
You making me late for work when I had to turn around. When I saw he had jeans on, I was like, I know, I gotta get a picture of this for my mama. My mama raises chickens.
What made you turn around?
I did. I'm intrigued by it. Like, dressed up and everything.
You making
The chicken over there just sitting there waiting for his pictures. Nah, that is funny. What? She told me, oh, you making me late for work.
First month at the gym, I was just doing anything.
What the hell is she doing? Yo, 10 sets of up and away is crazy.
First month at the gym.
He said up and away. It does look like that though. It does look like she's doing like a up and away, like she trying to fly. Oh my god, that's too funny.
Be back.
No, don't say that to them. I'm sorry. Don't say that.
The babies, they so honest. They are. So big back. What?
Remember this, language has energy. If you dislike someone, don't talk about them. If someone does you wrong, don't talk about them. Don't give them any energy, because the more you discuss them, the more energy you feed them, and they'll thrive. Things will go smoothly for them in feng shui, Every person, every situation, every topic you dwell on carries energy. The more attention you give to something or someone, the more its energy grows. Don't waste your energy on things or people that don't serve you. So, remember my words. If you dislike them, don't talk about them. Act as if they don't exist. Your energy is too precious to waste on them. May Tao's abundant grace flow endlessly. Remember that.
Y'all, God has dropped a new bird, okay? New DLC content. God has done it again. Make sure you download the new update, Body OS 2025, so you can see this new bird in the wild, and so we can add it to our Pokedex. All right, look at this. Just look at the top is blacked out, and the body is all white. Look at the eyeliner going straight from the eyes to the beak. Look at the beak. Midnight dark mode beak, black eyes, full tint on the head. God has done it again. The design team in heaven is cooking. They doing a big one. Y'all, God.
I'm looking at his logo and it actually looked like the bird. That's funny. This is what I'm looking at. You can't tell me that don't look like that bird. Right? That's crazy. People in the comments be too funny, right? They do. You run to the comments, they be, man. It just made the video 10 times funny.
Now, I forgot to show y'all what my chicken of the woods looked like once I fried that thing up. About 2 weeks ago, when I made them sandwiches, y'all remember. Y'all remember when I made them sandwiches. Look at it, seasoned real good, marinated real good. Look at it. Look at it. Make sure you batter that thing real good. Double batter. Dip in your wet, dip in your dry. Dip in your wet, dip in your dry. Double batter. Throw it into your fryer, just like that right there. Let it go. It's going to float when it get done and it's brown. It's going to look just like that right there. Now, I forgot.
Just like that right there. Just like that right there.
Your fryer, just like that right there. Let it go. It's going
you 3 reasons why you should enjoy life by yourself like I'm doing right now on a Saturday night in New York. Number 1, you learn what you like when you're by yourself. Number 2, you learn yourself. And number 3, you never know who you're going to meet while you're out by yourself. They're not going to just come and knock the door down. You praying? You got to get out here. You got to place yourself out here. 3 reasons why you should get out of that house and enjoy yourself. Put it in the bottom right now in the comments. I'm going to enjoy myself. Go with God. You 3 reasons.
It's something called the 369 method. So you write down what you want to become like you already became it. So you write it down 3 times in the morning, 6 times in the afternoon, 9 times at night. And you read it before you go to bed. So you read it 9 times before you go to bed. So basically it's just like money come easily, frequently, and abundantly every single day. I write it down 3 times in the morning, 6 times in the afternoon, 9 times at night, and I read it before I go to sleep. So when you go to sleep, you go to the 4th dimension, which is the dream state. That's the highest consciousness that you have. So now when you wake up, that was the last thing that you read. So now what happens is you come back to the physical state, 3 dimension where we at right now, and you just basically like massive manifest the shit that you want. Do that shit for 30 days. It's something called the 3.
So now it's in your subconscious. You know, because you know how you wake up and you remember what you did before you went to sleep. It's in your subconscious.
Because white people think self-defense is a game. Let's go ahead and get these motherfucking arm pads in, nigga. Yeah, come on, fight me. Fight me so I could defend myself. Yes, your honor. The motherfucker tried to get me. I put my arm pads in. I put him in the full Nelson chokehold. The son of a bitch tried to get me again. I hit him with the and then I walked away. I got up out of there. It was self-defense, your honor. Come on now. I'm white. Just give me a little slap on the wrist like I did that bitch. Because white people think
Bless up, council, abundance, and I don't know already. Well, this is an absolute first, family. These are monkeys, wild monkeys running around Silver Springs, Florida, caught on camera, live, as you can see in HD. Hey, council, I don't know what's going on, but I have an idea. You guys remember the other day up in Georgia, all those monkeys that escaped from that lab? This is probably them, dude. It's like that movie Outbreak. Hey, nothing don't surprise me anymore. But anyway, council, as you guys can see, this is Silver Springs, Florida. We now have wild monkeys. I don't think it's a Mandela effect. I think these fuckers escaped and now they're just breeding up. Again, wild monkeys in Florida. I wouldn't be surprised if we see unicorns next. But anyway, family.
I was delivering a package, he forgot to put his truck in park, and it actually rolled back and hit their car and their house. And when the homeowner came out to see what happened, she was not happy. But the craziest part of the video is at the end.
What the I parked it and then I got out and then it started moving. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I need some information.
Yeah.
In my car? Yeah.
And while she went back to the house to write down all of his information, he forgot to put the truck in park again, and it rolled away, hitting the neighbor's car.
Oh my god. What the f is going on?
I was delivering a package.
He need to go home. Today was that day was not his day. He just messing up all over the place.
Give me some of the examples of her.
You're always home. You never leave the house. God forbid I enjoy my rent. In this economy, I'm getting every damn penny's worth. The fuck? You're always home.
Hey, somebody fucking in here with me. I'm up here doing this damn job. These folks want me to do all this walking in the dark. I'm not walking down there in no motherfucking dark. Hey. Hey. Not coming the fuck out there, man. Somebody is down there with me. Somebody in here with me. When I got this job, I told them I don't do things like this. And I got my camera on, bitch. You can go if you just come out. I let you go free. But don't try to just pop out on me. You know what I'm saying? Scare the fuck out of me, make me shit all on myself on the job. Come on now. Come on now. I'm just trying to get my goddamn hours and go home now. He'll act like he don't hear me. You know you better. Come on. I'm not finna. I'm telling y'all, I'm finna go. And the clock, I'm going this way. Fuck that. Hey,
You really scared. I ain't gonna lie, that's scary. I ain't gonna, you know, who in there? That's like being in a big house, big stupid house. You don't know who in there with you. Yeah.
Nice and pretty already, and we ain't even dropped in the grease yet.
Every time I call off work, it's like the day go by fast as hell. Like, what the fuck happened yesterday when I was in that bitch feeling like all day? Every time I call off work.
That is true. Somebody is like, when you want to have your time, everything just move a lot more faster, right? But when you don't got your time, everything want to move a lot slower. Crazy.
You have to be so clear with what you want from the universe. You have to tell the universe exactly what you want. You have to write it down. But then, here's the hardest part. You have to let go of it. You have to trust that it's on the way. You have to let go and then take aligned action. You have to understand exactly what your intuition wants you to do on that path towards the things that you want and listen to exactly what it's telling you to do. You also have to identify your limits. You have to identify what beliefs are constantly reminiscing in your mind that keep manifesting over and over and over. These usually shadows, limiting beliefs, huge blocks within us when it comes to the things that you want. Then the next 4 weeks, we heal. It's all about healing. Manifestation is all about healing into the best version of you so that you can be a magnet for everything that's constantly trying to be attracted to you. You have to be so clear with what.
I'm going to say this right now. If you want to live really freaking long, don't eat for 3 days straight. Just drink water only. You don't need no herbs. You don't need no tea, nothing. Just straight up spring water. When you don't eat for 24 hours, your body starts to activate its like defense mechanisms, ketosis, homeostasis, which is the coasting your skin. You start pushing impurities out. And the best part is if you're working out on the day 3 of no food, you activate your growth hormone. And it's proven. I've proven this because I lived it. It's like a low dose of steroids. I'm not joking. I literally was just eating raw fruits and honey. And then I would eat every Monday, Thursdays, and Saturdays. And I'd lift every single day. On day 2 and 3, infinite energy. And I was getting huge. If you go look at my Instagram. Yep, see? And you're gaining muscle, right? Exactly. It doesn't make sense because everything they've told us is a lie. How can one reverse insulin resistance? You don't need insulin. You need to start eating actual foods that don't go through your pancreas. The reason why you're yielding insulin is because when your blood sugar spikes, it's artificial. It's artificial sugar. It's heightened sugar. So you have to get away from all that normal stuff. The reason why they put people on insulin is because people don't want to make the lifestyle change. They want to eat what they're eating and just take the insulin. No offense. If you don't want insulin resistance, you need to eat things that are natural. Because when you eat things that are natural, it goes through your liver instead, is naturally absorbed. So you get energy through your liver. Raw honey is naturally absorbed through the liver. If you're insulin resistant, it's because when you eat sugar, it yields this thing called the islands of Langerhans, which is what yields insulin unnaturally. So the thing is, it goes to your pancreas, and your pancreas shoots insulin into the bloodstream, and what the insulin does is it rips your cells open unnaturally. It rips them open so it can absorb the unnatural sugar source, because your body's carbon. Your body's made up of carbon. The closest thing to carbon is sugar, raw sugar, like from fruit. That is carbon. H3O2 is the structured jelly water. That's what your body's made up of. Oh, your body's made up of 70% water. Structured jelly water is what your body's made up of, and that's what's in your water. That's why when you get water or liquids and stuff, you can see the separation. That's real. That's H3O2 at the top, the hydration, and then the rest is the natural sugar. So it's supposed to be absorbed through the liver and not the pancreas. So what's happening is you're eating things like Oreos and all this synthetic stuff, the heightened stuff. They've taken sugar and they've heightened it. So when it goes into the body by them heating it up, it's getting absorbed incorrectly.
Sugar is one drug, man. One heck of a drug, right?
Here's a power move to reset your vagus nerve in under 60 seconds. This is a good one. You're going to love it. If you're new here, my name is Michael. I help you master your personal energetics so that you can up spiral to the life of your dreams. If you're into that, follow me. So what is the vagus nerve and why do we want to reset it? Your vagus nerve is your parasympathetic nervous system, and that's the part of your nervous system that calms you down. It's the part of your nervous system that keeps you stable. Being able to activate your vagus nerve at will is a power tool for mastering your personal energetics. Here's the move. It's super simple. You cross your arms across your chest and tap lightly beneath your collarbones. Do this for about a minute. Doing this activates an acupuncture channel that flows throughout your whole body. It activates your vagus nerve and calms you down and makes you feel good. Remember to like the video, to follow me, and to save the video because you're going to need it later. All right, vibrant beings, have a great day.
Cleansing the pineal gland of negative energy.
Good day, Take Talk again. About right back at you. I got a new one. I just heard a mean-ass argument. Okay, let's try to play this motherfucking game, right? They saying that we're persons. Okay, persons belong to the state. Okay, your birth certificate says state of, I was born in Nuremberg, Germany, so I had to come in to be DC, I guess. You got state of everything. Then you got the congressional law, congressional thing, contracts payable in gold, and then that the printout of it, which is 73rd First Session Senate Report, document 43, which it says ultimate ownership of all properties in the state for the state use. Okay, now they got all the license and DMVs or privileges, right? A right to so-called travel in an automobile, a vehicle, whatever. We all listed as commercial people. Everything we doing, we're driving down the street in our supposedly been own cars, but it's not. All these cars belong to the state because we're addressed and we are state agents. So this is what we should do. Everybody should start turning around and suing the state for not paying us to drive their vehicle because it's got their tag on it. It's listed to their address because our addresses don't belong to that shit's military. So we need to start suing them for not paying us. Our person, that commercial entity, and collecting tax refund. We can stop these puss ass motherfuckers with this fake ass fictitious shit. We can do that. And that's how we should do it. Since they want to pin us with a commercial entity, my capitalized name is a corporation, my birth certificate, my driving license, all that shit is a person. Okay? Well, you not paying us because that person worked for the state and you stole our identification. Either it's fraud or you're not paying us, bro. So that's what we need to do. Everybody, bro. Just put in your motherfucking go to the state, tell them that they're violating of employment rights and they are not paying the person. The person is a corporation. So you locking me up as surety, the natural man for the surety of this person. Okay, we need a tax refund, bro. We need something. And we need to get paid. That is the smoothest motherfucking argument I ever heard. Y'all ain't paying us. You tell us we gotta go get a driving license for commercial only. Commercial, okay, I'm the natural motherfucker driving that person called Walter Reed around that y'all created off of my mama's name. She named me, but y'all want to copycat and all that shit. This is what you motherfuckers need to do. Start paying all of us. They owe back pay too, bro. And taxes. Hey, man, this shit's sweet as fuck. Y'all stay tuned, man. I gotta go back to work. This shit is hot, and I just heard it, and it's good. It came from that big boy out of Alabama. He had some dude say that the dude was telling the judge in the courtroom, I ain't getting paid. I'm gonna go make mine. Watch. Y'all be good, bro.
No, they got a point on that, though. I ain't gonna lie. It's just like this system, it just don't, it's all just, constructed for them to win.
8 years caffeine free myself, bud. You going for the decaf or the caffeinated?
What's up with that?
What, the 8 years caffeine free?
Yeah.
Well, I'm just a sober, pure kind of guy. It makes my mental clarity a lot better. I'm not moody and
really?
Yeah, I'm not jittery. I'm really here.
You were moody when you drank?
I was. If I didn't have a cup. I was good once I got the cup in me.
Oh.
And it wasn't like that out the gate, but over time, Bub, my body just...
Not like alcohol.
No. But I'm off alcohol, too.
That's good.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm off alcohol, too. Black tea?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, black. Yeah. Got a dollar, bud? Love you, man. 8 years sober, bud. Yeah. Oh, have you? Yeah, I have. Yeah, that's probably my twin. He does all that dumb shit. 8 years cash.
To everybody that bought the dip, I know that y'all doing backflips right now. Because now the price of Bitcoin has reached 93K. as Trump eased the tariffs, which led this bad mamma jamma to become the world's 5th largest asset. All this breaking news that's happening, people that are invested right now is creating generational wealth. This is how that wealth transfer is happening right now. You have people every day investing in crypto a few dollars and becoming overnight millionaires. When people were saying they was making millions and millions of dollars off of this crypto shit overnight, I believe them now. Now I finally get it. I understand it now. And yes, gang, I'm 1000% a hating ass nigga and gatekeeping the coin. So when the tariff war first happened, y'all sitting up here worried about going buying designer shoes, designer bag. If you would have focused that energy on what was going on in the stock market, you would have made a lot of money, my boy. But this Bitcoin and crypto shit, you better lock in. You don't want to be on the wrong side of this wealth transfer. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts on this crypto shit. Who invested? Who made some money?
Oh shit, nigga, what kind of water gun is that? That shit damn near blasted a hole in his hand.
看好了，开启跑马灯。当
But China got technology far beyond our technology. They had to have some help from the aliens.
机前推能够自动吸水，吸水的过程中一样会有跑马灯出
Look at that. Now you can't tell me they don't look like some alien technology.
现，吸满水会自动停止。单发模式，
Damn, but this girl got a halo gun.
一键切换蓄力模式。
But how the hell can I get my hands on one of these?
仪表盘会显示蓄力水档，长按当机3秒发射高压水档，发射时灯光会随着水档发射出去。
But if you pull up to the water gun fight with one of these, you win. I don't want to play no more.
你喜欢的话，连我头像自己进来看。
You gonna snooze yourself or choose yourself? What you doing? You gonna justify your emotions and do what you feel like doing? Or you gonna embrace your intention and do what needs to be done? Come on now. Let me tell you a little bit about the brain. The anterior cingulate cortex is divided into 2 parts, the ventral and the dorsal. The ventral cortex gonna notice your alarm. The salience network gonna provide you with your choices. Snooze or choose, what you gonna do? The dorsal cortex is the one that makes the final decision. You see, some of y'all got weak-ass dorsals and can't overcome the submission to the weakened mind telling you to stay in bed or stay up late and watch television. What you doing? You just gonna neglect your intuition and stay in the same position? Come on now. That's why your happiness is missing. But don't worry, I got a solution to make that switch. But it's gonna require you to commit instead of quit like a little... Go ahead and comment CYGG for the Choose Yourself Growth Guide so you can GYM, and that's grow your mind. Or you can comment CYC and join the Choose Yourself community to strengthen your accountability so you can wake up on time. Either one gonna help you get up, get over it, and get after it. Choose yourself.
We all know that Pope Francis died at the age of 88, which means new endings and new beginnings. Now they are saying that we might have a black pope. Can you imagine what's going to happen to the world if they get a black pope? I can hear so many black people in the background saying, yes, 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 we got a black pope. We have someone that finally understands what we've been going through. In order to break out this matrix, you have to understand the language. When you say you are black, you are saying you are dead. The word black really means death. So if we get a black pope, that means death is coming. I'm not saying black people are evil. What I am saying is black people don't exist. The first language of the universe is symbolism, and we have to learn how to read it fast. So many people see this event taking place like the last days. Anytime there is a last day, there's a new day. Everything on this planet is dealing with money and water. Did you know that every child that's born in this matrix is owned by the Vatican? Yes, the Vatican owns all of us. What's taking place right now is the big ass ritual, and this ritual is called death. You ready for this? It's not any kind of death, it's a spiritual death. 2025 is number 9, which is the energy of the goddess. So right now we are living in the year where we can change everything in this matrix. We can have infinite money, we can have abundance, we can have happiness, we can have everything because the woman gives everything. She is the portal that brings all life into existence. So right now we are living inside of the womb, about to give birth to a new world. But the Pope means father. So 2025 is number 9, the goddess. The Pope, the father, just died. We are living in the matrix that's controlled by Father Time. Father Time is eating the goddess. A new world is coming, and it's not going to be pretty for none of us. This planet is the Father. This is the Son. And the moon is the Holy Spirit. Father, Son, Holy Ghost. Father, Mother, and we are the Holy Ghosts that don't understand what's taking place. They are about to give birth to a new banking system. And if you are lost at sea, don't worry about it. The moon will pull you up to the spaceship. Everything is dealing with currency and water. Everything. If you ever find yourself owing the system a lot of money, they say, shit, that person is drowning in debt. The banking system is connected to Jesus walking on water. Everything is connected. It's not about these people. It's about the symbols and logos that control this whole matrix. Remember, we are all living in a spiritual jail right now. So many people ask, what is the matrix and why we can't see it? Why we can't escape it? Well, this is the matrix prison right here. This is the prison. I want to keep my channel, so it's only so much I can say.
So we now got an update on the fires that started in New Jersey. So they say a 19-year-old man has been arrested on suspicion of starting a massive New Jersey wildfire that consumed at least 13,000 acres and is only 50% contained at this point, y'all. So this was the fire area as of yesterday at 7 p.m. So just think about it now. It's probably way across this line right here, Lacey Road. I had a feeling, y'all, I'm like, ain't no way this joint just started by itself with the weather conditions not even that bad. It couldn't be. But it's also one thing I gotta check with this wildfire. Is this part of the smart city? Somebody let me know down below in the comments. I'm still gonna look though, but it would be a crazy coincidence if this is part of the smart city. Y'all make sure y'all put some praying hands down below in the comments for the people who have lost their homes, everything, because somebody decided to burn something. So we
Hey, this building behind me, that's the hospital. And I just walked out of it. No big deal, right? But you didn't hear the blessing in what I just said. That's the hospital behind me, and I just walked out of it. There are some people that are in this hospital right now that are not going to walk out of it. There are some people who arrived at this hospital much differently than how I got here. I walked in the hospital. They were carried into the hospital. They were rolled into the hospital. You see where I'm going with this? We are living on borrowed time. We have to be advantageous with our time since we don't know the day or the hour. I'm going to get in my car. Thank you, Lord. I'm going to drive home. Thank you, Lord. I'm going to go inside my home. Thank you, Lord. I'm going to shower. Thank you, Lord. I'm going to eat dinner. Thank you, Lord. I'm going to get in my big comfortable bed. Thank you, Lord. See what I'm going with this? We got to thank God for all of these small things because they're taken advantage of all the time and every day. We have to be more appreciative. We have to understand that we are still touched, that we still have that anointing over our lives. Hey.
So that is true, man. I think people we lose that. Like we really, you never know, man, what's gonna happen. So you gotta really just be, be grateful, show gratitude, man. Always show gratitude for the bad time and the good time.
Shit! She said, "Get out the car." Oh, she on him. Shit! She said, "Get out the car."
Bro, listen when I tell you this, man. I'm not trying to downplay you. I'm not trying to make you feel less than. I'm not trying to play you. I'm just keeping it a bean with you. Instead of you focusing on all this stupid stuff out here, you worried about women, you want to argue, you want to debate, you want to talk about Bronny and them, you want to talk about everything that's going on out here, man. But you're not working on yourself. You broke, my dog. Get yourself together. You out of shape, you ain't in shape. Go to the gym. Put your head in them books. Start focusing on building you a business. Get your money right. Get your finances together. Start working on you and building you up. You worried about all the wrong stuff. Bro, you broke. Somebody right now can just fire you right now. You're not in control of your own destiny. You can get fired today. You can walk in your spot today and your job today, and they can just walk you up out of it. Nothing you can do about it. Start working on you, my brother. Get yourself in order. Go to the gym. Get in shape. Get your health together. Start working on your wealth. Start planning stuff out. Stop wasting all this time out here on nothing but gossip and entertainment. You're broke, my dog. You're broke in spirit. You're broke in money. You're broke in health. You're broke. Bro, listen when I tell you.
Ever notice how you're always at the center of a rainbow? Like you never see the end of one like this, but it's always just out there in the distance somehow. This is because the center of a rainbow is your head's shadow. That's why there are never any colors in the middle of a rainbow. It's why you're always in the center, because no matter where you go, the angle of your head shadow goes with you. You're also responsible for the shape of the rainbow. How close you are to the ground determines the shape of the rainbow you see. Most of us think that a rainbow looks like this, just like one giant arch, but in reality, rainbows are actually full circles. And the higher you go, the more of the rainbow you see. Full rainbows are so rare that they actually have their own name. It's called a pilot's glory. And it's called that because you usually have to be at the height of a pilot in order to see one. Ever notice how you're always at the center of a rainbow? Like you never...
Wow, when people have diabetes, you can look at their skin. They look aged, okay? When somebody has that, especially uncontrolled diabetes, all right? So AGEs.
But I don't know if you're with them, but that guy's recording. Yeah, got you once. No, that guy's recording. Yeah, I got you twice.
What guy's recording?
Huh? Right there. Yeah, got you 3 times. No, he's recording you.
Who is?
That guy right there. 4 times. Huh?
You?
No. Right there. 5.
Right here?
Yeah, he's recording. Yeah, I got you. Don't be so gullible, though. He's taking pictures. Yeah, I got you once. Smirk your neck. No, him right there. Yeah, I got you twice.
What are you doing? Are you doing something?
No, him. He's taking pictures. I'm being so serious. Look. Got you 3 times. I don't know if y'all with him or not, but that guy's taking pictures. Yeah, I got you once. No, him right there. He's taking pictures. Yeah, I got you twice. Don't be so gullible, though. With no teeth. But I don't know if you're with him, but that guy's recording.
Yeah, I'm 8 years sober.
Just come stare at it?
Yeah, well, I try to deter other people struggling with alcoholism. How long you been struggling with it?
Not struggling with it.
Oh, okay.
I'm a teacher and a mom, and I...
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's Memorial Day weekend, and it's a cookout.
Yeah.
No, I'm good. I hear what you're saying, though.
I went through denial too. It's,
Oh, can you
I
walk
mean,
away, dude? Seriously, live your own life. Good for you, though.
you want $1? Yeah, I'm 8 years sober.
Yo, they be so mad. Calm down. Calm down.
Why does it look like it has a whole multiverse inside of it when it's under a microscope? Real life on some Ant-Man shit. The more that you zoom in, it's different layers to it. How did they even create shapes this small? Once again, like how the Ant-Man had multiverses the more that you zoom in on it. So you mean to tell me that my iPhone has multiverses inside of it, inside of this chip? And I bet you thinking by now, it's gonna stop. No, it gets smaller and smaller and smaller. Literally a whole nother matrix within itself. You got a whole matrix inside of your hand. Quite fucking flabbergasted if you asked me. And I'm pretty sure that bro could have kept zooming in more and more. You know, that's just something to think about. Which brings up the question now. Is our phones trying to put us inside of the matrix? And if you want to find out...
What if those TV shows we were watching were not fiction, y'all? Like, for instance, Handmaid's Tale, right? They told us it was fiction, but Donald Trump just made it a campaign strategy, y'all. If you don't know, Donald Trump is paying new moms $5,000 to have children. Why? Well, because America's birth rate is at its lowest than it's been in decades. And you know who has been warning people about that? Elon Musk, one of the many. He's not the only one. He's one of the minis. And he just had an interview the other day, and he was caught saying this. Y'all check this video out.
Birth rate is very low in almost every country. And something, unless that changes, civilization will disappear. America had the lowest birth rate, I believe, ever. That was last year. Places like Korea, the birth rate is 1/3 replacement rate. So that means in 3 generations, Korea will be 3 or 4% of its current size. And nothing seems to be turning that around. Humanity is dying. And people, it's just not something we evolved to react to. And I worry generally about the strength of America. You know, America is the central column that holds up all of Western civilization. So if you've got the temple of Western civilization, America is the central column. If that column fails, it's all over. You can't run off to New Zealand or some other place. It's over. So either we strengthen that column and make sure America is strong and will be strong for a long time, or that roof's coming down.
Now it makes much more sense as to why Elon Musk took it upon himself to start making artificial robots, because of all of this is going on. Trump says it's about saving the American family. Meanwhile, rent is sky high, food is unaffordable, and healthcare is a gamble. So is this about support or state-sponsored breeding program? Let me know what you guys think about this video down below, y'all. The shift is here. We've been telling y'all. Let's continue to get it.
Decaying American president statues in Virginia. Let's check this out.
But did you know there's an area in Williamsburg full of presidential heads? With crumbling features, they resemble something out of a horror film about America's past. These are the president's heads of Williamsburg. So today we're going to take you on a tour of these giant heads and play a little game and guess how many...
Extremely slippery and difficult to navigate. The slick conditions cause the car to easily lose traction and control. Escaping from the pit requires special driving skills, maintaining the right speed, steering at the correct angle, and maneuvering in a circular motion while ascending. It's a test of precision, balance, and control under tricky, low-friction conditions. This is the foam pit car. Why do people in Saudi Arabia bathe camels in crude oil? Actually, they do this to save the lives of the camels because the large blood-sucking flies bother the camels. After bathing with the oil, flies don't come near the camels and their lives are saved. Not only that, but orange tang is also mixed with water, and the camels are given this water to drink so that the camels can escape extreme heat. As a result, camels produce more milk. Why do people...
What you doing? What you doing? No, you're not sitting down. Everywhere we go, you want to have a seat.
like you're an old lady. Get up. Get your butt up. Now. Girl, you better get up.
After searching for related history, people said that there was a bank underground here. Some also said it was a military base. Anyway, there are many opinions.
Mira, me encontré un...
Wah, wah, wah.
You know, I love the fact that I had no idea what he said, yet I knew exactly what he meant.
Mira, me encontré...
Right.
Y'all gotta be careful out here. These family members ain't who they say they is.
Guys, check this out.
Seeing these lines in the sky, some believe these are concerning chemtrails and others just call it a conspiracy theory.
Either way, Florida lawmakers took a big step toward what they call banning weather manipulation today. Capitol reporter Forrest Saunders looks into the plan and also what's next.
It was last year between Hurricanes Helene and Milton, GOP firebrand and Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene had this viral post. She claimed the federal government was controlling the weather, stoking conspiracy theories that the White House was trying to influence the 24 election. The idea was quickly denounced by politicians on the right and left, but about a month later, State Senator Ileana Garcia filed SB 56, banning weather modification in Florida.
28 yeas, 9 nays, Mr. President.
So the bill passes. And Thursday, it passed the full Senate.
This is about protecting Florida's environment and public health. With no federal guidelines in place, Florida must take responsibility for its own airspace.
If signed into law, the bill bans the release of chemicals, substances, or use of a device to affect temperature, weather, climate, or intensity of sunlight. Anyone who does so faces a third-degree felony. The Department of Environmental Protection tasked with enforcement, even getting a hotline where the public can report suspicions.
What I don't want is for a loophole to continue to grow and that we have something as powerful as weather and weather modification to be weaponized.
Things like cloud seeding are real. In places where extra water is needed or helpful, scientists use silver iodide to push rain clouds into raining. CNN recently highlighted the benefits.
The hydroelectric power company says that last year's cloud seeding program has provided a 300% return. How many homes can that power? Like, what are you getting out of that?
On average, that's in excess of 60,000 homes.
Supporters of the ban say there just isn't enough science out there yet and would rather wait before allowing this kind of stuff to continue.
And listen, whether you believe this is a big deal or not a big deal, the best thing about this bill is after it's implemented, you will know.
The governor is a fan too, but has an issue with a more moderate version over in the Florida House.
And they would actually codify the practice of geoengineering and weather modification. People got a lot of kooky ideas that they can get in and put things in the atmosphere to block the sun and save us from climate change. We're not playing that game in Florida.
Opponents, meanwhile,
I'm afraid that we're legislating on some of these tinfoil theories, as you described.
State Senator Tina Polsky said lawmakers are just moving too fast.
I'm not, denying that there might be something going on. It's just we have to have the right methodology to take care of it. And, that's what we do in state government. It's not right for us to just slap on fines or...
Guys, check this out.
Listen, if it's one thing we all can fucking agree on is that Jeep taught us to mind our fucking business in the first one here. He taught us mind the business that pays you, bitch. He was doing too much in the fucking beginning. He was. Because why is you riding me on this fucking highway, bitch? Why? And you can fucking fly. Why is you riding me, sir, in this ugly ass fucking truck? Some people was minding their fucking business and you came and fucking disturbed them because you was in a fucking rush to drop off their dead body. That's like a personal problem. But what they fucked up was they should have minded their fucking business for real. Like once Jeep went around, they should have kept it pushing. But you pass up this nigga house, I don't give a fuck if he ate the people that was living there, okay? And he's a squatter. It's his fucking house. When y'all saw this man handle his business, whether he taking out the fucking trash, that was his fucking business. When Jeep threw that fucking body down that pipe, and they fucking looking like it's a car accident. When Jeep turned around and fucking stared at this Jeep legit through that shit was like... Should have never, ever, ever investigated some shit. Y'all are not detective. Y'all are not Scooby-Doo, bitch. You are not Velma. You're not going to solve the case. Y'all should have mind your fucking business. They fail to realize is Jeep could smell fear. A Jeep was fucking trailing their asses all fucking night, bitch. All fucking night, all fucking day. Jeep had gutted anybody that came across them. Okay? Bitch, this scene took me the fuck out, bitch. They had the audacity, bitch, to let the car drive itself like it's a Tesla. He said, I'm happy. Jeep, please. Please, I'm already stressed because you coming after me. And then you over here playing with a motherfucking...
Empires in the French Quarter, Bourbon Street. Be careful. Be careful. Be careful. So if you haven't watched all the other videos on TikTok, please do. Please go watch them. There's a reason. No, there's vampires in New Orleans.
You bitches begin with them big ass 6 foot something men, and y'all don't be thinking like, what if I have a daughter from this big broad chest, broad shoulders man? My daughter might have broad ass shoulders. And then she might have to deal with things as she grow up with little boys calling her, saying to her that she's shaped like a motherfucking linebacker at her little ass age because you want to be 4'11" and get with a man that's 6'7" with broad shoulders, not thinking that your daughter might have these broad ass shoulders. Oh, okay. And then the men get with these little ass 4'11" thick bitches, not thinking that his son might be 5'3" with a fat ass and wide hips. Y'all need to pay more attention to the people that you're having kids with because you fucking your kids up. Now me, I don't mind the broad shoulders. It works in my favor. But I'm saying, for the other people, yes, love is love and children are a blessing, but children also get bullied. Children also get bullied. I was in 5th grade. Them bitches called me a linebacker, bro. All the way up until I just accepted it and just said I'm a tomboy. And I was out there trying to play football with them bitches until one motherfucker tackled me so goddamn hard. And I realized, maybe I am not no boy. Not no way, not me. I'm not no boy. And that was flag football. He had no business tackling me. Bitch, you just wanted to do that to me. I was taking off on this motherfucking ass. You bitches begin with them big...
Flag football, yeah. She was fast. For him to tackle her, oh, no, he was mad. I just knew this was personal. Duh.
Black folks. Some crystal clear skies. Can I have one day where you don't do this to the sky and make it hazy with whatever you're putting down on us? Can I just get one day, bro? One day. Get some crystal clear skies. Can I have
that every day, every day, every day? That's their job.
What race are you?
And Dwayne not like Caucasian. No.
Dwayne is not Caucasian. Dwayne is African American. What?
You are what? You are Caucasian. No. You are Caucasian and I'm what?
You are not black. You are.
I'm black.
No, you are Caucasian.
I'm black.
No, you're not.
Stop.
David,
Stop. You're
say,
Caucasian. I'm black.
David, say Caucasian.
No, I'm black.
No, you're not.
No, I'm black. I am not Caucasian.
Listen, mommy is African American. Daddy is African American. D is African American. You are Caucasian.
And Taylor is African American.
What race are you, Davy?
No. First of all, what?
First of all, no, you're not.
First of all, and one like first of all.
He is not Caucasian. What race are you?
Did he say first of all? Alright, y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and end off the video there. Hope you guys enjoyed that. You guys take care of yourself. And until next time, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
I might lean, I might fall, I might save, I might spend, I might ball. Shit, I might call, I might not, I might ghost till tomorrow. First to admit I feel good but I'm flawed. Work on yourself, keep your family involved. Check on your health, never stress about the loss. If you move with respect, you'll attract what you want, that's a fact.
Go and smash that like button for these dope clips for today. Y'all going to sit back, relax. Let's get right into it.
Black folks make everything better. I don't give a fuck what nobody says. Black folks make everything better. You having a bad day? Get a hug from an old black woman. See if it don't change your whole fucking life. You need some advice? Go get advice from an old black man. See if that ain't the best fucking advice you ever heard. That's how it works. You want to have more fun doing something? It don't matter what it is either. You could be at work, church, going to hang out at your mama's house, just going to do what the fuck ever. Add some black folks with it. See if it ain't a fucking grand time. Outside of all the regular stereotypical shit. It's just a fucking good time around black folks. I made a post a while back talking about how a black lady complimented me, and compliments from a black lady hit different. Somebody shared that bitch on Instagram and it got like 2 million views, 100,000 likes, and the comments were just full of people being nice as shit about it. And I was just like, damn, that's crazy. But they were all like, hey, just so you know, you're invited to the cookout. First off, I've been to the fucking cookouts. I've been coming to the cookouts. I've been getting invited to cookouts. I appreciate y'all. This ain't my first time around black folks. But I will say to all the white people out there, do yourself a favor, start adding black folks into whatever you're doing, because I promise you, you're going to enjoy life a little more.
Hey, at least he being honest, man. That's what's up. Yeah, but hey, I ain't gonna lie. Black, we can be some funny people, cause I don't know, we just, hey, it's just in us, man. The blackness just be coming out. It's just, we can't hide it, man.
We just stop right here. Stop.
My boy said, GG's, man. You got it. That hell got him, man. Dang, he lucky. Nah, God was definitely on his side that day for sure. Dang.
What up, my boy? What? You look like you mad, and we just got in the car. How you already mad? You don't. You gonna turn away when I'm talking to you? So you turned away when I was talking to you. I don't think you know. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me, Bo. Bo. I was talking to you. You grunting? Why you grunt? You grunting? I don't understand. We go through this every time we get in the car. What up?
So the girl said, dogs really act like they pay bills. They do, right? They ain't be trying to hear none of that. They be living in a whole nother world, though.
I already been having the hardest day of my life, y'all. Look, my God, and then I'm just thinking about, I'll just get off of work. Work was hard. And then, you know, when you cry, you think about everything. Thing mess you up. Everything come back to you, y'all. My man don't want me no more. My cousin out here, I just try to help him out, y'all. Try to be a girl power, you know, girl power thing. My fingers got caught a cramp. Okay, we're getting somewhere. No. Oh my God, y'all. I just know.
Oh my fucking God. Somebody slashed that tire. You ran into something on the road.
No, somebody slashed my tire. In 2 spots. That's crazy as fuck. Damn, if you was gonna come get me, shot, you just came in I already been having the hardest day of my life, y'all.
I'm not laughing at her what's going on, but the way she reacting is hilarious, man. Dang, that is funny.
Velvet cake is actually just chocolate cake dyed red.
Oh my god, really?
Velvet cake is actually just.
Why do you get so mad though? Like, nah, she is being sarcastic though. Well, I didn't never know that though. How many of y'all knew that? I never knew real velvet cake was just dyed in red. Wait, I didn't say that right. I didn't know chocolate cake was dyed red, right? Y'all know what I'm trying to say. I never knew that though. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, real velvet cake do be hitting though. So it's vanilla dyed red. I think she just wanted to eat the cake. That's what I think it was. That's what she did though.
I woke up to a child in my face this morning talking about, like, you just see a little, like, imagine seeing your face, but it's little, and it's like, and I'm like, what? He's like, you forgot to email the Easter Bunny. I'm like, what? I don't email the Easter Bunny. Mom told you to email the Easter Bunny. My wife over here telling my kids that we email Santa and the Easter Bunny, or the Easter Bunny evidently didn't come on time today. And he talking about, I forgot to email the Easter Bunny. Maybe you'll get your ass in my face at 7:30 in the damn morning. You gonna come in my face? You forgot. And I'm like, where's your brother? And then here goes Jackson. Hi, Dad. He next to me. I didn't know you sleeping next to me. He was in the bed. Huh? He was in the bed. Yeah, he was in the bed. Stop telling them you be emailing Santa. Millennial parents.
The most millennial.
God, I wanted to slap the shit out of him this morning. Yeah. Okay, bye. Get out of my damn face. So the Easter Bunny's late today. Ooh. I woke up to a child in my face this morning talking.
Give me some of the examples of her attitude.
Her attitude, okay, like, we'll wake up in the morning, Your Honor. I'll tell her, good morning. Huh? What's good about that morning? Huh? I'm like, Your Honor, we just woke up. What do you mean? I'm happy I'm alive. We in the store, Your Honor. She like, do you want the green beans or do you want the corn? The corn. Huh? Why do you want the corn? Huh? And storm off down the aisle. And we go to the same store, get the same food every week, and get mad. And she know what I like. She
like
pick
to
the
eat
corn
junk
over the
all
green
day.
beans.
That's what he want me to pick out, junk.
Okay.
He don't like eating healthy.
He doesn't like to eat healthy. Okay. When you ask him to eat healthy, how is your attitude?
So I say, would you like some?
Mrs. Brown, give me some of the examples of her attitude.
Nah, y'all think he overdoing it? That's how she really act. I don't know. I can see her acting like that though. No, she probably really do act like that. Dang.
Are you gonna hold it?
Is that true? Like they, I don't know. Maybe that's like a science thing.
Now, if you love strawberries, you need to try these DIY gummies. Super simple and easy to make. Plus, they're packed with collagen-boosting goodness in the form of bovine gelatin that's going to give you that glowy skin and that shiny hair. Plus, this snack is 100% toddler approved, so everybody in the family is going to love it. Just blend, set, and pop this perfect spring treat, and not only is it tasty, but it's healthy and addicting. Detailed recipe can be found in the caption below, and we may or may not have finished this in one sitting. Now, if you love...
That's dope.
Alright, y'all go ahead and tap into I made these club stackers. So first thing first, you're gonna get you your Ritz crackers. You're gonna spread on your Duke's mayo. Add on your ham. And then 2 pieces of cheese. Add more ham and bacon. Add on your lettuce. Top it with your tomatoes. Add on some red onions. And then you're gonna stack the crackers together. And then voila, here you have it, folks. Your very own club stackers. Y'all, this right here is restaurant quality food that you can make in your own home. And I know traditionally a club sandwich is made on bread, but you see, everything tastes great when it sits on a Ritz. Alright, y'all go.
Does she just make an ad? Nah, she really just made an ad for Ritz. Nah, throw her in the ad, man. Give her a sponsorship. She just gave an ad out. I ain't gonna lie, that's dude. That's better than Unlunchable. For real. That would hit. The last one did it, bro. That was too funny. he, he slid out of the pool, bro. When he seen that alligator, oh my god. You know you live in life and you can just do something like that, right?
How do you manifest what you want when everyone around you is bringing you down? You are focused on love, the frequency of gratitude, the frequency of joy, love, peace, and abundance. But when everyone around you doesn't care, everyone around you is sad, depressed, they bring you down, they focus on the negative, this is fear. Deep down, these people actually feel the love that they wish that they could attract into their life. They wish they could have this, but they tell themselves they're not deserving of it. They can't have it. Therefore, they bring you down, but they don't mean to. This was taught to them from their parents, from their exes, from people in the past. It's a learned behavior. You are 500 times stronger, and you can literally clean everyone around you. When you start believing in yourself, they start believing in themselves. The more that we have love in this world, the more that we can clean the fear around us. This is exactly how it works. Why? Because we're all the same energy. How do you manifest what you...
The internet's mad at the new Sabrina Carpenter Fortnite skin for not looking like her. It's a Fortnite skin. What? And this is the emote she does. I guess I don't understand the complaint. The new Fortnite skin for Sabrina Carpenter has just been revealed, and a lot of people that love this skin. They even admit so in their comments. And the fans of Sabrina Carpenter are actually going to be playing Fortnite just to get her skin. And
why do he got speed behind him? Y'all see that? He got speed behind him.
And her music and her emote. Some mega fan of Sabrina Carpenter.
That look like
Listen
her.
to her music, but
That look like her.
do you guys? I mean, can you guys
That's
spot
enough.
like a lot of differences that are just going to break this for you? Because I can't. The internet can clearly. But Sabrina Carpenter has a massive fan base that is actually interested in the product of Fortnite because of her skin. I don't know. I don't get the internet, but what do you guys think about this? Are you going to get this Sabrina Carpenter skin? Oh, actually, that's her real picture. Hold on. This Sabrina Carpenter skin, or is it just too unrealistic for you in a video game? The internet's mad at the new
It look good enough.
Rise, young warrior. You must get up. Your journey is not over.
I can't fight him. He has all my weapons. I have nothing.
When you began your journey, you were determined. Nothing could stop you. And now that you are so close, are you willing to give up so easily?
It was easier at the beginning.
Beginnings are often easier. But think of all that you have accomplished along your journey. What you have learned from your battles with the bear, the snake, the monkey.
What's the point of fighting my way up the mountain when someone else is just going to come up the easy way?
There is always going to be someone who does things the easy way. But that should not stop you from doing things the right way. It is your journey, young warrior. Only you decide when it ends. Rise, young warrior.
Certain cartoons was definitely giving us the keys. Teen Titans Season 3, Episode 5. Might check that out. Dang. Cartoons do be giving you the truth, though. If you really watch it, With your third eye, it'll change your life.
This woman is shocked to find out what they've been
Well, change the way you think.
doing to our food.
Watch this.
No, I'm not tweaking, right? This is bread. I'm about
So
to
it
squish
appears to be. Check this out.
My
This
hand
is
is turning
insane.
pink. That's how much you're squishing it, right? So when you squish bread, it
I
should
ain't gonna
stay.
lie. That's that good bread though. I ain't gonna lie. Y'all, if y'all know that's that good bread right there. But it's not good for us. Y'all know.
Why the fuck is it coming back to life?
This is insane,
Just give
y'all.
a second.
Normal bread does not do this, or at least the bread back then does not do this.
It's pumping back up. It's pumping back up.
There's so many chemicals in it, it's not even funny.
I'm not making this shit up. It's pumping back up.
Be careful what you put in your body, y'all.
Let's just speed the process up.
Bread should not be doing that.
Stop eating this shit, y'all.
But it's not even just this brand of bread, it's all of it. Everything. Pretty much nothing is safe anymore. And the stuff they claim is good for you is wildly expensive. Oh yeah, check out my YouTube video.
Listen, it takes 3 days for the body to break down what you input in it, as far as your stomach. It take 3 days to break down some of your stomach. That's 3 days of you living in 1 day. So how many times do you eat things that you don't supposed to eat? There's not a fruit or a vegetable like the natural things we supposed to eat. That is what's cutting a lot of people's lifespan. So if you eat 2 or 3 times a day of things that you don't supposed to put in your body, you just now shorten your lifespan 6 to 9 days within 1 day. So you living 9 days, 6 to 9 days within 1 day. That's what's killing your lifespan. Also, the things that you put inside your body, that shit actually, breaking down elements that's in your body in such form. It's parasites in a lot of shit. We all should know that right now. Like, this is not a secret. And then whenever them 3 days gone, and now you got a bowel movement, even if you get it that same day, that bowel movement do not eject everything that you had ate. A lot of that shit goes back up into the bloodstream. So think about what you placing inside of your body. And whenever you think about what you placing inside your body, then you look around, you be like, damn, that's where niggeritis came from. Whenever you get the niggeritis, your body get weak. And when your body get weak, your immune system get weak. Instead of you putting the right shit in your body, you put the right things in your body would be energetic. Just say you eat you a fruit. Your body, you won't get sleepy. You won't have niggeritis. Because your body is putting in energy and not death. Listen, it takes 3 days.
He said niggeritis. How many of y'all got that before? Hey, we all been there though. Like you eat good. He's just out of nowhere. He's just tired. And you get like some good sleep. I'm not gonna lie. Wake up, we got snot all over your face. You got the slob crumb all on your face. Like, it be like that though. It really do.
If you've ever been around a bunch of people and immediately felt like the vibes are off, neuroscience shows that your brain actually syncs up with the energy of your environment. And I'll tell you why. There's something called collective brainwave entrainment, and it happens anytime you're in a shared space. It happens in friend groups, families, classrooms, and even on social media. Your brain literally tunes to the dominant frequency of the environment around you. This is the science behind mob mentality. If the room is dysregulated, your nervous system feels that. If the room is a safe space, your nervous system feels that too. This is why you can feel anxious after scrolling certain spaces online. Being in the wrong environment can literally block your success, even if everything else that you're doing is right, because your brain is syncing up with people and places that aren't aligned with where you're trying to go. Your brain is a mirror for what's on the outside. We actually have mirror neurons, which is a whole nother video. That's why one of the fastest ways to change your life is by changing your environment, because you're not just in a room. The room is also in you. If you've ever been around a
ChatGPT, does drinking water from copper change it in any way, scientifically?
Yes.
Yes. Drinking water from copper containers can change the water scientifically due to a process called oligodynamic effect, where copper ions are released into the water. This effect...
It's always somebody saying some bull crap in the comments. It says, congratulations, you finally passed the 6th grade. She's just trying to get her point across. Like,
It has both potential health benefits and safety considerations. Scientific changes in water stored in copper. 1. Antimicrobial properties. Copper has antibacterial, antifungal, and antiviral properties. Studies have shown that storing water in copper containers for several hours can kill harmful bacteria like E. coli and Salmonella, making the water safer to drink. This has been validated by research published in journals on water sanitation and public health. 2. Mineral infusion. Copper ions leach into the water in trace amounts. This process can provide a small dose of copper, which is an essential micronutrient for functions like forming red blood cells, boosting immunity, and supporting brain health. 3. pH balance and alkalinity. Water stored in copper vessels may become slightly alkaline due to ion exchange, which some claim helps neutralize acidity in the body, though this claim is less scientifically established. Safety considerations. Excess copper risk. Too much copper can be toxic, causing copper toxicity, symptoms like nausea, vomiting, and liver damage. The EPA's safe limit for copper in drinking water is about 1.3 milligrams per liter. Duration of storage. Storing water for 8 to 12 hours in a pure copper vessel can maximize its antimicrobial effects, but longer storage can increase copper levels beyond safe limits. Conclusion. Storing water in copper containers can provide scientifically supported health benefits due to its antimicrobial properties and mineral infusion. However, regular monitoring of copper intake is essential to avoid toxicity. Would you like to explore specific studies on this?
No, thank you.
From Rihanna.
So when you go to sleep, right before you go to sleep, this is so important. You can literally I've literally manifested so many things in my life by doing this. When you go to sleep, I'm gonna give you a routine. Boom, you in your bed, you about to go to sleep. Tell yourself, I love myself, man. I love myself. And now imagine, like literally, this is the main. You need to literally visualize this, bro. Visualize your dream life. Boom, you in the bed. Just visualize everything that you have. Like, dang, bro, I'm grateful for all my businesses. I'm grateful for that, bro. I can literally buy any car I want, bro. I got multiple cars. Dang, bro. Like, I done put my family on. Like, bro, my life is fucking perfect. Like, I love my life. You know what I'm saying? Boom. And then go to sleep on that feeling, bro. Literally feel that deep within your soul. Go to sleep on that feeling. Do that for 90 days. I guarantee you, I bet my bank account your life has changed. I bet my whole bank account your life will change you doing that for 90 days straight. And don't stop at 90 days. Do that for the rest of your life. So when you go to sleep, right before.
Yo, why is it that every time somebody gets you out of your fucking character, they want to claim that's your true colors? Like, that ain't my true colors, bitch. You done fucking pissed me the fuck off. I don't act like that. You feel what I'm saying? Despite how I act in my videos on the gram and shit, I'm 10 times out of 10 a cool person. I'm laid back, bro. Anybody that knows me personally can say some good shit about me, bro. I'm not a fuck nigga. I ain't on no bullshit. I don't be on that type shit. But I just don't understand how when I get upset because you done did something to me, you want to sit there and say, now I'm showing my true colors. What? I've been this cool motherfucker the whole time. You know what? You done did some fuck shit to me. Now I'm getting out of character. But these aren't my true colors. I walk around with a smile on my face all the damn time. I ain't off this bitch wilding out on people, zapping out on people. That ain't me. But stop saying that's my true colors, because fake is one thing I'm not. Because that's like saying, oh, because when I get mad and start spazzing out on you, that's the real me. So you pretty much saying when I'm happy and shit, I'm being fake.
Right.
Fuck you. Yo, why is it that...
He got a point, though. He do got a point.
I don't know why everybody refers to the early 2000s when they talk about the car culture. This was a time where you could walk in Walmart. Everybody nice as hell. They got goldfish and pets and hamsters and shit all in the back. You could buy pets.
So do y'all remember this, though? Pretty sure y'all do, man. It just seemed like everything just done changed. I don't know why I didn't got like this, but maybe it's the social media era. That's probably what it is.
It's from Walmart. Or you can walk around Walmart, then sit down by McDonald's and chill with the Ronald McDonald statue on the bench. It was a time where you could work one job pay all your bills, and still have money to mess with your car. Back when a 3-bedroom apartment cost you no more than about $580. About $200 would have filled up your whole kitchen. $40 if you ain't bought no coochie in the early 2000s would have gotten you to working back for an entire month. Oh, let's also not forget import tuner magazines, Nope.
Wait. Bro, we're not gonna just slide over him just saying that. $40 if you didn't bought no coochie. Is that what he just said? I swear that's just what he just said. He just said that. So who was out there doing that? Which one of y'all was out there?
Nationals. I kid you not. You ever just heard how it sound outside now? You walk outside, you don't hear shit but cars. You don't hear nothing else. The early 2000s, you could walk outside and hear life. You can hear birds, see butterflies, you hear cars, you smell how clean the air is. The sky is a beautiful shade of blue. It ain't been that blue since the early 2000s. That's the most nostalgic time in the world, I kid you not. And it's almost sad because the minute the age of social media arrived, all it just went away. It was like a veil was lifted. I don't know why everybody refers to the
Definitely a veil lifted. And then the internet, right? If you use it properly, it's actually open you. As y'all can see, we able to even get videos like this. We got TikTok. The veil is definitely getting thinner and thinner. It's like it's getting to a point where everybody on the same wavelength almost. It seems like we getting there. It's like we trying to get there though. If y'all get what I'm trying to say.
Let me get straight to the point. I'm not adding you if you got any of these things going on social media, okay? These things I'm about to tell you, if you got any of these going on, you might as well go about your business because I'm not going to add you. We're not going to be no type of social media friends. Understand what I'm saying? Listen, if you got more than 3 RIPs or a long live whoever in your bio, don't even try to add me. Listen, I'm sorry for your loss, but I'm not going to be next. I'm not about to be friends with you because whatever you got going on is bad juju and the people around you is dropping like flies. And I'm not trying to be next. So if you got more than 3 RIPs or long live Jay, long live Anthony, long live John, I'm sorry, I will not be the long live next. You can find somebody else to be friends with. Listen, if you got more than 3 accounts, I'm not about to do this with you. Okay, you need to pick one account, and that's the account we finna do. I'm not about to follow 3 accounts. What are you, tripolar? I'm not doing this with you. You think you got split personalities, and I'm supposed to be okay with it? You need to figure your life out. And when I go in your bio and I see hack that 1K, hack that 5K, first of all, who is hacking people that got 1K followers, first of all? Second of all, what links are you clicking? You're the type of person that can't be around because you be clicking all types of links. And the hacker's obviously trying to tell you something. Maybe you need to get off of social media and sit down somewhere for a little bit. If you in Facebook jail every day, you in Instagram jail every day, I'm not trying to be your friend. I'm not trying to be friends with a social media prisoner. Okay? Figure your life out, get one account, and just be normal. I'm gonna try to stay calm for this one. If your bio look like this. Oh my mama, I'm not, listen, don't DM me, don't call me, don't talk to me. Listen, if you see me in public, just look the other way. I'm not about to play with y'all. Y'all got all time about I'm a Bitcoin investor, I'm a mentor, I do all this. I'm not trying to hear none of that. I don't want to hear none of it. You keep all of that, homie. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear about your MLM. I don't want to hear about your P2K. I don't want to hear about B2K. I don't want to hear about BMX. I don't want to hear about nothing you got going on in your bio. Like all these letters, all these numbers, Bitcoin trader. I'm a trader. I'm a mentor. What are you mentoring? How about you mentor how to be a normal person in real life? How about that? If you got this in your bio on my mama, don't you, on 22nd Court, don't you ever contact me, ever. Listen, if I follow you on social media and I see all over your page you got posts about people being fake, oh, these people fake. They ain't real friends. It's hard to find real ones in real life. I promise I'm going to unfollow you immediately. First of all, who are you talking about? You talking about me? And if you're not talking about me, how about you tag the person so I know who it is so I can also stay away from the fake friends? I want to stay away from it, but no, you want to play some type of mystery meat dinner game with this whole message, and I ain't got time for it. Second of all, just be a real adult. Pick up the phone, call whoever it is that's fake, and let them know, hey, buddy, you're fake. Click, hang up the phone. You see how easy that is? You ain't got to get on social media, do all but you're clicking and all that extra stuff. I'm going to unfollow you if you do that. Listen, this ain't my last one. I'm just running out of time, and y'all can hate me for this one if you want. But if you got a social media account for your pet, on everything, I got something for you. Not only am I going to unfollow the account, I'm going to block it, and then I'm going to report it. Who do you think you are? I'm looking through an account. It's a dog pretending to talk. My parents took me to the park this evening. No, it did. The dog never said that. The dog can't talk. What do you want? Let me get straight to the point. I'm not adding you.
Sexual energy is reserved for creation. It's literally used to create life. Now, if you do not use your sexual energy to create life, you have to transmute it to create other things in the world. Men and women just want to create. But it should not be wasted. It should not be disrespected. It is your driving life force, so use it. Sexual energy is reserved for creation.
I ain't paying for no $55 bowl of popcorn. We got $5 chicken and $5 pizza, you heard me? We at the AMC, you feel me? I ain't finna pay for no food, you feel me? Hello. How much is it for a ticket for Sonic?
$10.
Let me get 2 tickets.
Okay.
And what's our food policy here?
You would have to leave that in the fridge behind concession. You can't take it down into the theaters, but you're more than welcome to eat it before your show. It starts at 9:15.
Leave what?
The pizza box under your shirt will have to be left in concession.
This is my stomach. I was born this way.
Okay, well you're gonna have to figure out how to leave it in concession.
That's kind of body shaming. Body shaming me. I feel now I'm self-conscious.
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna cry.
We'll do it. $20 for the 2 tickets, and that starts at 9:15. Is that cool?
Yes.
Okay, it's 8:04 right now.
Can you pay for me?
I cannot.
Can I cash app you? Black Lives Matter discount?
It's only a student and a military discount.
I'm a student in the military.
Alright, you got those IDs?
I don't got my wallet. Can we get it for free? What if we just walk in?
Hop on. Let's go. Hop on. Let's go. Are you in?
Yeah.
Okay.
You want to buy?
Yeah. Gotta see this
Oh my
Doctor
God.
Strange. Boom. There you go.
You
all military guys,
nice.
man. You know, come on.
You awesome.
Alright, your starts at 9:15.
Enjoy it, man.
Thank you.
Not in the mood.
We here.
On the mountain, you told me
Clutch,
you
came in
lost
clutch. Know what I'm
everything.
saying? Military.
The way I
Rotisserie
did.
chicken.
But you see.
Let me get a slice. Go ahead and get you
How did you move?
Get you a slice, my boy.
Failing. Again.
Know what I'm saying?
And again. And again. And again.
Victory. Black lives do matter. I ain't paying for no.
Somebody said, why y'all got the bright ass flashlight in the theater? Hey, anything to get your food in there, huh?
Ladies, stop telling that man that cat is his. I don't care how good it feels to you. Fellas, you better stop agreeing when she say that pogo stick is all hers. Bop or not. I know most people think that's just some playful talk, cute little talk, bedroom banter, whatever you want to call it. Especially when you in the heat of the moment. But nah, y'all. That's spiritual binding, aka energetic ownership. That's a damn spell, and most folks don't realize they casting it on a damn self. You say things like, that's mine, you belong to me. You energetically marking somebody. You receive that kind of language, especially during sacred energy exchange, aka sex. Have heightened emotions, you deeply vulnerable. And the gag is, you agreed to it even if you don't say a word. Words plus emotions equals spell. Words plus sex equals contract. Words plus ego equals karmic ties. It's kind of giving possession, not partnership. Y'all know I'm not going to give you a video without examples, right? Girl going in, all in it, talking about that is hers. What she done did is put a spiritual leash on that man. What she don't realize is if that man got some wild ass old energy attached to him, some soul ties, or even trauma bonds that he haven't healed yet, baby, now she's tied into it. She signed up for it. I mean, inherited all that ancestral debt and didn't even read the fine print. Or you got that man deep in it, showing out, talking about that's his cat. You over here giggling, thinking you special. Meanwhile, this man done put his name on your womb. That's your sacred portal, not his damn playground. You just let somebody rent your temple and call it his? You wonder why every time you try to grow, release him, move forward, you feel stuck or stagnant. That's because your body already agreed to the spell and your soul trying to break the lease. So what's really happening? It's called soul entanglement. You can't even fully call your power back if part of it still got somebody else's name on it. A lot of the little phrases we say are mantras. But they steady chanting, it's mine, it's mine, it's mine. You saying it's yours, then wonder why you can't unstick from toxic loops. You bound. Energetically bound. I call back all parts of me that I gave away in the name of love, lust, fear, or false connection. You could do a cord cutting ritual to reclaim your temple, anoint your womb, wash your ride, and I mean that both ways. You better stop letting them folks write spiritual contracts with their mouth on your soul. We don't belong to nobody but source. You can share energy, you can dance in alignment. You are not a possession. You aren't a pet. Or are you? You're a portal either way it go, so act like it. Break that spell and stop getting caught up in what feels good. Just know I'm not judging, I'm speaking from experience because I've had to do a few cord cutting rituals myself. Now that I know better, I do better. Hello. Make sure y'all get in them comments and let me know your thoughts. If you in or around Atlanta, Georgia, April 25th and
Oh, you just gonna shimmy back and
To be dropping them gems though.
forth on the ice? The ice is not to be mocked, Jeffrey. Skablowski, now laugh it off.
Sick.
That is entirely too much coffee. Get some of that out of there. Skaspilski. I ain't mean like that, though. Y'all want to hear what it sound like when a witch fall? Listen. Now here come the concerned husband of the witch.
What happened? What happened?
Oh, you about to find out. You too, Ski.
How he fall
Good
too?
question. Hey, y'all guess who he on the phone with? Skablowski. When you fall, I come behind you and fall too. Now, this is the start of your morning. Don't start your morning with a stupid question. Yeah, fool. There's only one way to describe this, y'all. And she describes it perfectly. Hey, what you doing? First, Elizabeth fell. Elizabeth, I'm coming to join you, honey. They gonna stay together, y'all. Sometimes ooh is all you can say. No, he's not okay, but this lady gets the smoothest Skablowski of the Year award. Not really, I'm just gonna walk off. I applaud you, that was smooth. What you doing?
Nah, that was kind of smooth. Yo, and that's the worst feeling. Like you fall and everybody just looking at you. It's like, what are y'all looking at? Nah, she got up like nothing happened.
Off of that phone in the house of Binkup. You know where you are. You know what I do. This is what I do wherever you. Why are you on my floor? Why are you looking at Binkup? Why are you looking like that? You know what's coming. Don't lean, Binkup. You know what is coming for you in the house of Binkup. Sir, don't laugh. Get off of your phone. Don't think. Put your hand down. Put your hand down. You in the house. Put your hand down. Put your hand down. It's coming regardless. Put your hand down. Put your hand down. A Binkup. You know what this is. House of Binkup. What you doing? All right, pay attention to two things, people. That man and that cone. All right, roll that beautiful backup footage. A backup. Yeah, the coupe turned you into a cone head. The sports coupe turned you into a cone head. Look at it, y'all. One more time. Huskakowski. Oh, my God. It could have been anybody, but it was you on this day. You are the chosen one. It was at that.
It could have been anybody, but it was you on this day. Yo, that is tough. That is so true, though. Like, it could have been anybody, but it was him.
That moment, you knew that the backup was coming, and then the backup wrapped itself around your face. Yeah, that's a good pose for a splashki. Yeah, how you almost drown on land. What you doing? This is just karma. You tried to kick the can, and off goes your shoe, man. What you doing, brother? Stop taking out your foot. If I got to take a bell tire to the back to be in shape, Binkup, I'm going to be out of shape. What is your plan right here? Splodowski. If that was your plan, you succeeded. And my favorite song is... And he was never seen again. Okay, I see you on the vacay. Got your hat on with your drink and your Skablowski. Yeah, don't forget that. Make sure you take that on vacation with you. You lost your hat, but you got your phone and your drink. I love your priorities. Rashnish, like quiet woman, I'm on the walk. Yeah, Skablowski. Yeah, that's what you get for telling her to be quiet. Let her talk too, Rashnish. Now get back up there and try it again. Okay, so Skablowski, that's what you get. Be more kind to your wife, Rashnish. All she want to do is walk with you on your journey, on your path of Skablowskis, okay? Nah, you still like, I have it from here. No, you don't. No, you don't. What you doing? Okay, vin.
He's talking about be nice to your wife.
Vin, splits. Yeah, one more time. Splits. I'm sure you broke something. I ain't sure what, though. This video gets the longest Binkup award. Wind up Binkup. What you doing? You saw that coming a mile away, my boy. What you doing? All right, here we go, y'all. What goes up must come, Skablowski. This is the start of a rough day right here. You already got one baby in the arm. You got another baby about to witness this atrocity. 1 step, 2 step, Skabloo step, skoo. Boom. Hope your day get better, my baby. Hope your day get better, my baby. Same thing happened to my frat brother. Look at Zay coming down the steps. 1, 2, a Skablowski. Damn. Roll over, Zay. You're back. Shit. Damn, bruh. Shit. The infamous punch machine. Let's see what you get. A skadam, fold yourself like a pretzel. Viewer discretion advised if you can't.
Y'all true story be something. Watch this video today.
Y'all know we gotta throw the funny clips in there, man. YouTube, no one was injured in this video. This is for entertainment purposes only. You gotta do that because YouTube be on bull crap with anything. Like, it be the dumbest stuff, I tell you.
And I knew it. TikTok, this is for entertainment purposes only. Let's go. Shh. Shut up! It's not a game. What I told you. Not happening. Shut up! They showed you. They always gotta show you. Stop playing with me, son. TikTok, this is for entertainment purposes only. They didn't show nothing. That's just a movie. You know what it is. You can't go past it. You know why? Because the Most High is up there. Shh. Shut up! Just like you can't go to the bottom of the ocean because you know who's down there. Stop playing with me, son. It's not a game, guys, and you know what it is. Yeah. Did you know that the superheroes are really FAs? Shh. Shut up! That's why they wanted Thanos. Thanos was shh. Don't you ever say it. Stop playing with me, son. It's not a game, guys, and they just showed you in a movie what's up there. Why you think? Shh. Hey! Why you think EM keeps shooting rockets up there? That's not gonna work. Stop playing with me, son. Listen, God got that covered. And shh, don't you say it. But I tell you one thing. If anybody thinks what I said is not true, it's not true. It's just a movie.
I'm looking at these comments, bro. They said, can you just show the goddamn clip? Jeez. Bro, just talk, goddamn. These comments, man. Comments be funny. Oh. Be like, be quiet. Don't say nothing. I guess that's his drift. That's how he, I don't know. It's cool though.
White slang is just black slang in reverse, and here's my proof of it. You better not. I wish you would. Say no more. Say less. It's been a while. It's been a minute. Deal. Bet. Shut up. Keep talking. Swing by. Pull up. You got the right one, buddy. I ain't the one. Something's off with them. Yo, they on one. Hey, let's go. We gone. He's a cool cat. That's my dog. Hey, what's up, my dude?
This part of the show could not be participated in due to the amount of melanin the creator has. He still wishes to be invited to the cookout if that's possible.
White slang.
Y'all inviting him to the cookout? We got fried chicken. What the, I was just thinking, I'm done.
Flat Earth experiment gone perfectly successful. This couple took a laser out to like a lake, and then they put it 16.5 miles across the lake, like on the other side, and took a laser, and they put it 3 feet off the ground. This is how far the laser stretched across. Now, according to Earth Curve Calculator, they had to been 130 feet off the ground to see this laser. That's 16.5 miles away. How are they still seeing it? They're only 3 feet off the ground, and I thought the Earth curved downwards. Flat Earth experiment gone.
Now, do you know why Mr. Muhammad teaches us not to eat from the pig?
Well, the pig contains certain disease-causing organisms.
Right. Right, you're exactly right. Now, that's the physical aspect. There's also the mental or psychological aspects, and there's the spiritual reasons why we're not supposed to eat of the pig. Look at the characteristics of a pig. He's sloppy, he's greedy like a pig, isn't that what they say? They also say you are what you eat.
Mm-hmm.
So what we put into our mouths affects our minds and our heart. We don't want to take on these characteristics of sloppiness, of uncleanliness, of selfishness. Now, from a spiritual aspect or a spiritual standpoint, the Bible and the Quran teaches us that it is divinely forbidden for us to eat of any pig. In various chapters in the Bible and the Quran, it talks about this. So from a physical standpoint, from a mental or a psychological standpoint, from a spiritual standpoint, we don't want anything to... Now, do you know why Mr. Muhammad teaches us not to eat?
Was this Malcolm X?
Let's listen to what this lady has to say about kids' happiness on this podcast.
Do you guys know the number one outcome
or the number one indicator for how children grow up to thrive, whether or not they actually do?
I thought it was the daddy in the house.
Absolutely not.
What's
Believe
that?
it or not, it is the quality of their mother's happiness.
Wow.
Damn.
The quality of their mother's happiness is the number one indicator as to whether or not a child will grow up to thrive. Because if you have a depressed mother, if you have an anxious mother, if you have a mother with post-traumatic stress disorder who is having to disconnect from her own body, she cannot show up to nurture you. She cannot show up to support you. She cannot fully step into that space. And what she will teach you about being in relationships with other people, whether you can trust them, whether you can trust yourself, whether you can actually be committed and connected to somebody and know that they will reciprocate that to you in a healthy way. She teaches you that, not through her words, but through her action.
Not only does our stress affect our babies in the womb while they develop, our same nervous system, the way we act when we are out, also has effect on whether they will thrive. That's why it's so important to me, because I have a baby inside the womb and outside, to drink my Nello. Let's listen to what this lady has.
This video was just published in the New England Journal of Medicine, and yes, that is a worm, and we are in someone's bile ducts. This is the plumbing system
That is crazy and disturbing.
that's throughout your liver that your bile flows through, connects your gallbladder to the rest of your intestines.
Yeah, so I actually had these. This is actually what they look like when you poop them out. They are flat, they attach to your liver, and this is their life cycle. One of the first signs that I had liver flukes was acne. I struggled with acne for decades. Liver flukes clog the liver up, it can't function properly, and then it starts pushing toxins out through the skin. I have seen tons of people clear their skin with a parasite cleanse. These parasites are extremely dangerous. They can actually cause mortality, cirrhosis of the liver, liver failure, and cancer. And their incidence is increasing. Someone commented on my video, my dad died from liver flukes. They found a spot on his liver. They tried to do surgery, but his liver was too eaten by the liver flukes to perform surgery. Within 4 months, he died. We are seeing tons of people pass liver flukes. They are not a third world problem. We're even seeing children pass liver flukes. This is how rampant they're becoming. Liver flukes can live in your body untreated for up to 20 years. Other
20
countries
years.
do them regularly, and now I understand why.
This
That
video was just published in the New
disturbing. For YouTube, this video is for educational purposes only. Have we changed our flag?
Did you look at the government websites yet? Did you notice the flag has been changed? They picked that flag for a very specific reason. Where's the stars? Why does it only have 9 stars? And it's all of them. They've changed the flag for the United States government. Now, why would they do something like that? What do you all think that means to have a 9-star flag? Well, if you didn't know, that's what it means. This is what Donald J. Trump and his team are going back to. Okay. Did you look?
Have you heard about spiritual psychosis?
No. What is that?
Oh my gosh. My best friend's studying to be a psychiatrist, right?
Okay.
She's in like
To prescribe.
med school. Yeah.
Okay.
And we were talking, and after about the age of 25, our frontal lobe develops, right?
Yes.
And people, that's when either people like become super religious out of nowhere, because it's usually schizophrenia. And underdiagnosed schizophrenia at the age of 25.
And they say a lot of people that experience schizophrenia are extremely religious.
Yeah, you know what's fascinating? My mom had schizophrenia, and every time she would have an episode or a crisis, she would just go crazy with like religiosity.
Do you hear Jesus right now?
Yes, he's telling me what to say to you. He
Yeah.
tells me how to speak
what to say, how to say it.
She'd be going like door to door and like telling people that like my brother was the second coming of Christ.
Why would Jesus single you out? Because I'm a chosen child.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I think there's definitely a connection, schizophrenia and religion for some reason. I don't know what it is.
Well, then you can't say like someone's like, I feel the Jesus in me. They think they're religious, not crazy.
I went through a spiritual psychosis, and what's crazy is that there's a community that will support you in this like psychotic episode.
If I were to walk in and say the FBI's after me, people are gonna be like 5150, lock her up. But if I was like, Jesus is here with me right now, they'd be like, amen,
I
sister.
could only trust the angels, and I was like constantly looking for like number signs in the universe. And everybody just let me be in a psychotic episode. Nobody like stopped to question me. Nobody was like, are you alright, babe?
Have you heard about spiritual psychosis?
Problem.
It's just crazy how far they go for this type of stuff. There's a I guess it's a spy mic in here somewhere, but they've been watching us. It's really never no privacy ever.
Danger. Super scaredix. Perfect.
What can you tell about a person just by looking at their face?
If someone's smiling all the time, you'll see these little crow's feet from a natural smile that are kind of etched because they live that life and they're kind of happy all the time. If somebody's angry all the time, you're going to see these two little muscles right here pulling together. This is called the glabella. You're going to see kind of an etching right there. If somebody's really social, you're going to see more lines on the forehead develop. Our forehead is our social billboard, and that's how we communicate emotion. So people are less likely to trust someone just instinctively if their forehead is covered up.
What can you tell about a person just by looking at?
You're telling me a fucking movie just exposed how celebrities are aging backwards? Just watch.
How old would you guess I am? I wouldn't. Come on, don't try to flatter me. 38. Oh, 28. 3? 23. I am 71 years old. Hold out your hand.
And I listen to what Paris Hilton says.
What's your deal? You're aging backwards, yeah?
Yeah.
You're working on it?
Yeah.
It's working.
Thank you. It's Benjamin Button.
It's really impressive.
I feel really proud that I'm all natural. I've never done any Botox, injectables, no surgery, nothing.
But what's crazy is that celebrities like J-Lo and Salma Hayek have literally came out to say that they've never had any work done, yet they still look this good at their age. But Salma did reveal a secret in this interview.
What am I doing? You want to know? Yes, what are you doing? You know, I do a lot of different things. None of the things everybody does. Tell me. I embrace fat, the good fat. This is very important. I think people are afraid of fat, and fat is your friend.
Well, if you say so.
The right
fat it is.
The right fat can keep you young for a long time.
And by now we all know that our collagen drops by the time we turn 25, and also most of our skincare products have chemicals in them. It just so happens that Salma prefers natural things like fat for tight, youthful skin. And I was a little skeptical, so I did some research, and I actually found other celebrities that swear by beef tallow or beef fat. And it turns out that beef tallow naturally has vitamins and antioxidants and something called CLA, which mimics our skin barrier. And because I dealt with acne for so many years, I would even use products that my dermatologist would recommend, and nothing seemed to work. I just decided to simplify my skincare routine with just beef tallow and water. And you guys can see how clear my skin looks. Like, honestly, this is the clearest it's ever been. Not gonna lie, I was kind of scared to try it because I have really sensitive skin. But I've been using this unscented version of this brand. I really, really like it. It has the highest quality ingredients. Like, it literally has grass-fed beef tallow, which has the highest CLA. It's so important. And it also has manuka honey and pot marigold flower that are anti-inflammatory and help soothe and heal the skin. The only bad thing is it went viral, so there's a ton of fake listings. You want to make sure it's by the seller Evil Goods. I'll have it somewhere here in the orange cart if you guys want to try. I literally just got another one in the lavender version because they're having a sale right now. So if you want to grab some, I would grab some ASAP. You're telling me a
No, it doesn't, because American farm income is going to go up. It's going to be a great thing for the economy.
They might use it as an entry to exporting chicken to us, which would be, you know.
No, we will be exporting chicken to the Chinese.
Can we buy a Chinese firm?
No, not right now.
Then why should they buy one of ours?
Why not?
Because we can't buy one of theirs. Open up the market.
Very, very well.
Yes, we have capitalism and we embrace it. And they
don't,
yes,
Clarice.
We have, yes,
Clarice.
we have.
Market.
Very, very well,
Yes,
Clarice.
we have.
You sound like a snake.
We can't buy one of theirs. Open up the market.
Very, very well.
Yes.
No, it doesn't, because American farm income is going to go up. It's going to be a.
Y'all can't tell me he didn't sound like a snake right there.
Mind if I get a picture with you? Sure. That's Brian Cranston. That'd be hilarious.
Do you think maybe they were trying to tell us something by having Bryan Cranston wear a mask to the Comic-Con interviews? I mean, it's definitely strange how many doppelgangers are in the show. I mean, he's a dead ringer. And Hank just happens to have a dead ringer in Tom Sizemore. And, well, Jesse Plemons sure does look an awful lot like Matt Damon. And, well, I didn't notice this most recent one until I noticed the type of car Skylar White drove. She just happens to drive a Woody in the show. How ironic. She just happens to be a perfect symmetrical match for Woody Harrelson, and she drives a Woody. Just like I'm sure all their Rocky references in the show was just coincidental.
Yo, Adrian. Rocky He wants his face back.
But of course, it's all just coincidences, just like it's a coincidence that they all happen to have a doppelganger in the show. Entertainment only.
Mind if I get a picture with you? Sure.
What happens if you go 100 hours without food? Look, this is going to shock you, but I'm going to give you a timeline of what happens inside of your body when you go without food for 100 hours. Between the 0 to 14-hour mark of this we call fast, you're going to lower insulin and you're going to complete digestion. That's beneficial because lowering insulin helps you burn fat, and obviously it helps with your digestive system. Around the 16 to 17-hour mark of this fast, you start to ramp up a process called autophagy, where your cells start to repair and clean themselves. Once you hit that 24-hour mark, you start to reboot intestinal stem cells. So if you suffer with gas, bloating, indigestion, GERD, acid reflux, you start to see huge improvements around the 24-hour mark. 36 hours into this fast is when you enter this fat burning part of the fast, where you really start using fat cells for energy. Your body starts producing more ketones. You feel incredible. Now, as we continue, 48 hours in, you actually reset dopamine receptor sites in your brain. They're called D2 receptor sites. And so many people have dopamine resistance like they have insulin resistance. And when you're dopamine resistant, you might have mood issues, depression, things don't bring you joy. So resetting those receptor sites are incredible, and you get that around the 48-hour mark. As we move on, 72 hours in, your immune system completely reboots itself. And that's really important because so many people have autoimmune disease, they get sick often. What if you could reboot your immune system in 72 hours? Well, you could do that. Once you get towards the 100th hour, which is 4 days and 4 hours total, you have a stem cell surge where your body starts producing these stem cells to use for healing. It could be for your liver, for your brain. Stem cells are the key to anti-aging. You get a surge of them towards the 100-hour mark. Have you ever done this before? Let me know in the comment section down below. What happens if you go...
How many of y'all have done this before? I want to try this.
Second World War's got to stop, and it's got to stop in the Jews. The Jews won't let the Second World War stop. They keep the Second World War going. They keep it going. They keep it going. They keep perpetuating it because they're making money. As soon as the Second World War was over, they never stopped the brainwash. The brainwash that they were selling the American public was making money. You see what I'm saying? They were making money. They're not going to stop making money. If the combination's there to make money, they're going to keep selling it. They'll sell it all the way till I'm in the cell with a guy named Millman, Jerry Millman. And he's got pictures of Hitler and Japanese and things all that. I said, boy, Hitler must have been a hell of a guy. He said, Hitler was terrible. I hate him. I hate him. I said, why do you hate him? He said, I'm a Jew. I said, well, why do you enshrine this guy? Is he your daddy? And he looked up to his mother's fear. And his mother's fear was Hitler. Hitler was like his father figure. He loved Hitler, but he hated Hitler. He needed Hitler to hold him up because Hitler was holding his hate up, because without his hate, he didn't exist. He didn't have no reason to live unless he had some hate. He didn't have any reason to buy and sell unless the money held him up. If you took the money away from him, you took the hate away from him, he'd be gone. So how do you communicate to a whole group of people? You stand up and you take the worst fear symbol there is and say, there, now I've got your fear. The Second World War's got to stop.
I wish I never saw this video, because what it just proved is that they've been lying to us this whole time. And knowing that 99.9% of you won't be able to stomach it, I have to show you. Now look, everybody knows Beyonce. She's done things in music that no one ever has, where she has constant top 100 Billboard hits. Not to mention that she's been in movies. She's a business owner, and honestly has the relationship that everybody wants. Then everything took a turn, because in 2009, everybody forgot that she got into an accident, but not just any accident, a completely fatal one. Then after this happened, they couldn't just get rid of their star player. They had to find a replacement. But here's where it gets crazy, because they had a look-alike contest for Beyonce. And apparently what people are saying is that they selected somebody that looks just like her. I mean, just take a look at this.
We haven't seen the real Beyonce since the days of Destiny's Child. As the outlandish story goes, record executives knew that they had a generational talent on their hands, so they took some of Beyonce's stem cells as an insurance policy. The real Beyonce died in 2000, and the executives used her stem cells to make a clone and keep the gravy train rolling. Yep, Beyonce's entire solo career has been nothing but a farce, the result of manipulative businessmen and futuristic cloning technology.
I wish I never saw this video, because what it just proved is...
Y'all think they really be cloning people? I think they do, though. I think it's a possibility. They actually done this. They do it with food. They clone food, so... Yeah, man. I always knew that was definitely something going on for sure.
If you're still on the fence about whether or not witchcraft is real, I just saw an Instagram reel about a man who discovered that his girlfriend put her underwear in their coffee grounds, and she would use those coffee grounds to make his cup of coffee in an attempt to make him fall in love with her. And his response to finding her underwear in the coffee grounds was, listen, I don't believe in witchcraft, brujeria, things of that nature. But if she feel like she got to do this to make me fall in love with her, I don't mind. But I just got to say, this is a damn good cup of coffee. Like you drinking the witch's brew and you don't even realize it's working, bro. Like any sane person would run after discovering something like that, but he just took another sip. I don't. If you're still on,
that's definitely witchcraft. Definitely.
You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that
There's also a big theory going around Hollywood celebrities. They're eating mermaids. I heard about this. Yeah. A guy allegedly came out and he said, I was invited to like some celebrity A-list party, and guess what they fed me? Yo, they literally fed me mermaids, and I 100% believe it. And then when he rejected it, he went into one of the coolers and saw the mermaids.
No way. In the cooler?
And I believe this. Why? Because another fisherman, he said he caught something that made his whole boat turn pale. Whoa. And when he reeled it in, it was like a 5-foot human-looking person, gray and fins all over and gills all over her face.
Yeah.
And he exposed it. He said, this is crazy because a lot of fish markets label them under exotic, right? So those exotic fish markets specifically look for mermaids.
What?
Because those go for the most. Because who's buying it?
Yeah.
The millionaires in Hollywood.
Imagine it's bluefin this whole time. You know bluefin?
Oh yeah, bluefin.
Like the really, really expensive fish.
Oh yeah.
Rich people are the only people that buy it.
We wouldn't know.
You wouldn't know. But it does taste fire.
Yeah. There's also a big...
Dang. This stuff get deep, man. For real.
Never believed that the CIA killed Kennedy.
No. You're talking to a guy that's read the entire JFK file.
You've seen all the secret stuff?
I've seen all of that, and I've seen the 7 pages of the 9/11 report. I've seen it all.
You don't say that to people that you can't tell what you saw. Should the Kennedy stuff be released?
Yes.
Is there anything there that is like, is anybody alive that...
The problem is, the things that we can't release have nothing to do with the questions you guys are asking. That's about as far as I can go on it. But like the answers you guys want... The thing.
Okay, I see you got it. I'm gonna put
Lisa!
some more, okay?
Lisa, come look at this treadmill. Tell me it's the same brand that you've been looking at.
Alright, you got this.
Lisa, how you gonna get it if you don't know what the brand is? If you don't come see? Lisa, I think this treadmill for walking. Lisa, just come see the damn treadmill.
Yo, that's hey. So that's a lot right there. I ain't gonna lie. It's a lot going on. Somebody did say, who's the guy that always say, Lisa? It's delay. It's delay. It's spelled ITSDLAI. Delay.
What the fuck is that? Okay, so that is chasing my car, and you want to know what I do? You want to know what I do before or after I shit on myself? Gang, but what would y'all do? Because I honestly think I'd try to run that motherfucker over.
Definitely. Yeah, I definitely ran him over, for sure. Yeah, you gotta get hit. Imagine seeing that at nighttime. You gotta get ran over. I ain't gonna lie. You gotta go.
You see them?
Yeah.
That means someone's behind there.
Someone's behind there?
Yeah.
That's not true.
Someone is behind there.
Are you sure?
Yes.
That's no, they're not.
No, someone's behind there.
How do you know?
Because there's a gap in between my fingers.
No one is behind there.
Someone is behind there.
Show me.
Okay. See, I told you. My name's Jeff. What the hell are you guys? You see them?
This little creature that looks like a plastic toy is a lumpfish. Its belly is flat and features a special suction cup that allows it to firmly cling to metal or smooth surfaces. Very unique. But don't get the wrong idea. Other than that, it can't help you heal like the slurp fish from Fortnite. What's interesting is that lumpfish come in a variety of colors, and the young ones are especially adorable. Their suction cups even look like tiny little hearts on their bellies. Although they're fish, their swimming skills aren't particularly impressive. They use their small fins on each side to flap like mini helicopters, but quickly stop and attach themselves to rocks to rest. So, most of the time, they lazily stick to rocks, staring at you in a daze. If you stick your hand in the water, a lumpfish will excitedly swim over, treating your finger like a temporary docking station, gently plopping on and sticking to it. It feels both strange and soothing. What's even funnier is that they don't just stick to human hands, they'll even attach to their companions' heads, creating a scene that's both hilarious and adorable. This little creature that looks like a plastic toy is a lump
fish.
The pineal gland is a small organ located in the center of the brain, measuring between 5 and 8 millimeters and weighing about 150 milligrams. In the medical context, It is classified as an endocrine gland, producing hormones released into the bloodstream and transported to various organs. Its primary responsibility is the production of melatonin, a hormone that regulates the circadian rhythm, serves as our biological clock, and functions as a potent antioxidant and anti-inflammatory agent. Melatonin is produced in higher quantities at night, aiding sleep and mood regulation. This idea is substantiated by evidence indicating heightened pineal activity in individuals practicing meditation and spiritual activities. René Descartes, the 17th century French philosopher, proposed that the pineal gland served as the juncture where the soul unites with the body, considering it the only non-material part of the body.
Panda eyes mean like you start to understand everything they do is fake just to make money and just to make you believe in their lies. They love it when you believe in their lies. That is a big...
I don't know, man. I thought pandas was real. But it do seem like pandas are rare. They are super rare. You don't just see pandas.
Go get your popcorn and your alkaline water because we are watching the greatest movie that ever took place. The stock market is crashing. Food prices higher. Rent prices higher. Pretty soon, people will be homeless. If you don't be homeless, it's probably going to be about 10 to 15 people living in one house. Babylon is falling. We are at the end of the Matrix. Enjoy this ride. You might never see it again. This thing we call life is a big ass stage, and all the characters will show themselves. You will start to see more spiritual people wake up. Things will become so chaotic, you will have no choice but to wake up. You will have to see the truth. It's not really truth in plain sight. Truth lives within you. The elites is trying to push us back into another Great Depression. Remember the last Great Depression? Do you remember what happened? If not, please go research it. The year of the snake is always bad because there is nothing but a bunch of snakes that control the system. When a snake shed his old skin, new skin will always come. That new skin and old skin represents the ending of this matrix. These people will destroy Babylon and rebuild it. They're going to rebuild it with our energy if we don't get this shit together. The reason why the stock market is crashing, food prices higher, rent prices higher, the reason why this is taking place is because they're about to change currency. When money change, we change. When we change, money change. Money is currency. We are 80% of water, so we are currency. They're about to do a software upgrade with the mind. But of course, there's too many immature people in this matrix to take anything serious. And to be honest with you, we are not ready for a Great Depression. You see what happened in 2019 and 2020? The reason why the world shut down in 2020 because they was trying to test our 2020 vision. And yes, we couldn't see it. People was fighting over toilet paper when we had a virus that was trying to kill us. Why are you trying to get toilet paper when you should be getting fruits and vegetables that build up your immune system? It was just a test. It's always a test. The sad thing about this test, we are the test dummies. When Babylon fall, please do not fall with it. We came here to ascend, not descend. We came here to evolve, not devolve. It said man came from monkeys. No, man is becoming monkeys. It's a big ass difference. Babylon is falling, so go get your popcorn, your alkaline water, and enjoy this ride. It's going to be real good for spiritual people because we understand what's going on. But for all the sleep people, it's going to be a nightmare. You cannot hold on to a system that is destroying you. Go get your popcorn.
Organs are organisms because every organ has consciousness, can think with them. When you're horny, you think with your reproductive organs. When you're hungry, you think with your gut. This is why your head's called a temple, because the head is the temple of God. God is the creative power within you. Your soul is in hell when your soul is thinking with these lower brains. You unlock God when you unlock your creative power by raising your thoughts and awareness to your brain instead of dwelling in the survival brains and becoming a conscious creator. Thank you to everyone who's left amazing reviews on my book. Organs.
People who are literally demonically possessed are out there saying, but I don't believe in demons. Honey, the demon is inside of you. It doesn't need you to believe in it. It's over there influencing you, creating bad habits and addictions, but you're around with your little atheist butt. Pretending you can't catch what you don't believe in? I don't believe in pollution. Well, pollution exists. I don't believe in calamari. Well, calamari is a squid, and it does indeed exist. If you say I don't believe about something that is real, you're delusional. Many people out there think the energy we cannot see is not existent. Have you seen the visible light spectrum? Have you seen how small the visible light spectrum is in proportion to the electromagnetic spectrum? Realize that your mind isn't hardwired to see everything, just a small spectrum of things, and your energy must be protected, not subjected to your own mental arrogance. Have a good day. People who are
You might not think that you're very special, but let me tell you, you are extremely unique. No two people have the exact same frequency. No two people have the exact same social security number. No two.
Right, so right here we have an insect being controlled by a parasite. Weird, right? Like, how is it still moving? So it's being controlled by a parasite. That's what the sources say. It says it's being controlled by a parasite. And look at this, like, look at how damaged it is. It shouldn't be moving around. That's interesting, right? How does a parasite? That's wild. That's insane, right?
So if there is nothing weird going on in Hollywood, how would you explain this to me? Purposefully chosen male-female lookalikes. How is it that some of these literally look identical? How would this be possible? You can't explain to me that it's just because humans look alike somehow, somewhere, because it's all the same genetics. No, something weird's going on, and some of you might not be ready for the truth.
That is absolutely insane. Because people don't just be looking like that. That's no coincidence, right? For them to even look like that, and they in Hollywood, and they're actors, something ain't right about that. Stories exposed for using gas inside meat.
Believe it or not, it's been sitting out for 11 days. So how could it still look so fresh? It's because it's being packed and gassed in a special process that most people never heard about, using a harmless amount of carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, and nitrogen, which keeps the meat looking fresh and bright red.
How long through this process can you make a piece of meat continue to look bright red?
To look red. A long time. A long time.
2 days, 3 days?
2 weeks, 3 weeks.
Weeks. Dr. Ed Mills is a professor of meat science at Penn State University, and he says the color of the meat doesn't necessarily indicate it's fresh.
The consumer can't believe their eyes.
Because the consumer can't tell to look at the product that this is 2 weeks old or 3 weeks old. They have to look at the sell-by date on the package.
To demonstrate how well carbon monoxide gas works, we left 2 cuts of lamb out at room temperature. One was gas-packed, the other no gas. After a few days, the untreated meat turns a dark, unappealing color. But the gas-packed meat stays red, even after being left out for 8 days. The only visible sign of spoilage is the package puffing out and a bad odor when opened. We had the meat analyzed in a lab, and it's no surprise that both cuts are loaded with bacteria.
Probably after a few days in room temperature, it's not fresh, but it looks fresh.
Without refrigerated storage, I can't assure that the product is safe to consume.
A consumer can't look on the ingredients here
No.
and see that there's gas added
No.
to this package.
No, they'd have no way of knowing it.
John Nicolai heads a union that represents butchers in New Jersey. He thinks meat should be fresh cut in stores by trained butchers.
Tell the consumer, put up a big sign saying, we do not cut any fresh meat in this store.
He told us to talk to this union butcher in New Jersey.
All of the meat that I see here in this display wasn't actually cut here.
No.
None of it's cut here.
Nope.
Do the customers really know that there's gas in some of this packaging?
I don't believe.
That is crazy. Like, I get this is what they have to do, but that's just crazy that they gotta even go that far to put in chemicals and stuff to make it last that long, you know. Like, what is that even doing to our bodies and stuff, you know? It's crazy. That's why it's like, it make me not even want to, you know, make you don't want to eat nothing. Did y'all know this about aluminum foil?
If you go into most kitchens, you'll find aluminum foil in one of the drawers. It's a pretty common kitchen staple that's used for cooking, wrapping, even to treat certain common ailments. People have been using aluminum foil for years, often on a daily basis. What you might not know is that a recent study has found that there are things about this kitchen staple that you don't know, and you need to. Doctors are warning that you should probably stop using aluminum foil right away. Aluminum is a neurotoxic-rich material. It can have serious side effects on the function of your brain. It's also been associated with Alzheimer's disease. Many doctors believe that exposure to this heavy metal can cause adverse effects that can last a long time. A few issues that are caused by this metal include loss of balance, memory issues, lack of coordination, loss of bodily control, and mental decline. Researchers have also found that when you cook with aluminum foil, it can have an effect on your bones. Aluminum can build up in your bones when you use it for cooking, and that can take the place of calcium in your bones, reducing your bone strength. In time, frequent use of aluminum foil could cause your bones to break more easily. It's not just the brain and the bones that can be affected by cooking with aluminum foil either. Studies have shown that its use has been linked to pulmonary fibrosis as well. The study also showed that if you inhale aluminum particles, it can result in respiratory problems, and that often occurs when you grill using aluminum foil. If you cook with aluminum foil at very high temperatures, part of the metal can be emitted into the food, making it unsafe to eat. A chemical engineer researcher at the American University of Sharjah, Dr. Essam Zubaidi, evaluated the effects of aluminum and cooking, and his study found that when you cook one meal in aluminum foil, it can introduce up to 400 milligrams of aluminum into your food. According to the World Health Organization, the recommended daily allowance of aluminum is limited to only 60 milligrams a day. Since you can get 400 milligrams introduced in your food when you use it to cook in just one meal, you can see how dangerous this really is. Furthermore, the higher the temperature, the more leaching occurs, and the more dangerous your food becomes. The doctor also found that while cooking with foil is a bad idea, it's even worse when you use it to cook vegetables like tomatoes, citrus juices, or spices. Unlike vitamins, minerals, and iron, our bodies don't need aluminum. Also, our body is not able to process it correctly. Since your body can't process aluminum, you wonder what happens to it after it's ingested? Studies have shown that it accumulates in your brain, lungs, kidney, liver, and even your thyroid, and that can put your health in great jeopardy. Aluminum can damage your central nervous system as well. Even worse, aluminum has been linked to autism in children. When children are exposed to aluminum in their drinking water, it can cause bone, brain, and kidney disease. Research has shown that aluminum can cause toxic stress on your brain. If your brain stores too much aluminum, it can result in MS, epilepsy, ADD, Alzheimer's, chronic fatigue syndrome, and other serious neurological disorders. The best thing you can do for your health and the health of your family is to reduce your exposure to aluminum. Since it is the most abundant metal on the planet, it's impossible to avoid it altogether. Fortunately, though, there are steps you can take to limit your exposure. Start by using aluminum-free cookware. You should also avoid personal hygiene products that contain aluminum hydroxide. And finally, cut back on your consumption of processed foods. Another step that you can take is to consume more foods that remove heavy metals naturally. These include onions, garlic, cilantro, carrot juice, green tea, burdock, and high-grade bentonite. Now that you know how harmful aluminum can be to your body, it might be time to get rid of it altogether. That might mean a more difficult cleanup after cooking and finding a new method to cook baked potatoes, but these small sacrifices are worth it since they could essentially save your life.
That's crazy, I guess. Hey, the more you know.
To understand the secrets of the universe, think in terms of frequency and vibrations.
Was that thing just invisible?
Healthcare is important to your whole body functioning. This is why we switched to homemade coconut oil toothpaste and ditched the store's toxic toothpaste. You're going to use 1/4 of organic extra virgin coconut oil, baking soda, 2 teaspoons. I recommend using a really good quality salt, so I use Redmond's real salt, and you're going to do 1 teaspoon of that, mix it all together, put it in a glass jar, and it'll last for about 3 weeks, and you will be amazed with the results.
How many of y'all use homemade toothpaste? Or do you not? This is pretty cool. The source says you can use this to alkalize your water or charge your water.
Another test showing the huge 24-inch coil that we just did, all hand wound. It's like a work of art right now. Here we go. Magnet's going crazy. Look at that vortex. Amazing. Wow, this one's really...
Hey, did y'all notice about copper? Y'all know this?
So when you create these antennas and you start placing these into your garden, you'll start to notice your plants will grow faster. You'll start to yield more food. Your plants will be bigger, right? You will get bigger food, like tomatoes that are maybe 2-3 times the size, potatoes that are 2-3 times the size. You'll start to notice that you'll have more bees come around. You'll have more insects. You'll have more birds. Your whole entire area will begin to change because you're increasing the magnetism. What's happening now is with all these cell phone towers and antennas and all this other nonsense that they're rolling out, it's impacting our soil and decimating the magnetism of that area. So it starts to deaden the soil and the soil becomes dry. But it's crazy because when you look at all of this, we could be yielding so much food. And that's what they were doing back in the day. They understood the magnetism of the earth. And if you harness it, you can grow abundance amount of food without using anything but the energy that's all around us.
That's dope, man. We live on a magical, abundant planet, man. It never should never, it should never have came to this. We have an abundance of everything we need. It's crazy. We're gonna get out of this though. Y'all stay tuned, man.
I'm not only going to tell you, but I'm going to show you how to extract free energy right from below your feet. So this might just save your life one day. Let's say that the apocalypse hits, right? And you have luckily survived, but now you need to charge batteries or get a little bit of power. Well, luckily, good old planet Earth can help you out. What I'm going to tell you about today is something called an Earth battery. It's pretty simple and very fucking cool. And just to be clear, this isn't energy from telluric currents. People often confuse this, and it's even mentioned on Wikipedia right here, but it's inaccurate. So Earth batteries are nothing new, and in the 1800s, they were used to power the telegraph lines and to amplify the signals over vast distances. And quite a few inventors throughout history have filed patents on Earth battery devices like the one you see behind me, which can do things like power our clock. And then we have the legend right here, Nathan Stubblefield. Look, most of you probably haven't heard of him, but he was a badass inventor. He developed wireless communication systems using the Earth, and he created a variation of the Earth battery, which again, you can see right behind me. Unfortunately, it didn't pay off, and he ended up not having a good life, and I think starved to death. Kind of sucks. The thing with Earth batteries, though, is that it's pretty tough to generate substantial amounts of power. But is it? And this is where shit gets crazy, folks. This guy right here, Michael Emmy, in 1893, filed a patent on an Earth battery generator unlike anything seen before. This dude claimed that the design in his patent could generate up to 3,015 watts of power. See it right there. And he said it could be scaled up to generate as much power as you want. So I'm kind of thinking we should fucking build this thing. Who's with me? Anyhow, let's get back on track here, folks. So let's cover the basic knowledge first. We're all familiar with a battery, and a battery is just an electrochemical cell, which means that it generates electricity from chemical reactions. With an Earth battery, what's happening here is that soil is acting as a moist electrolyte in a voltaic cell and causing a chemical reaction to occur which generates electrical energy with just 2 electrodes. And here's the thing, Earth batteries are very easy to build and only require 2 dissimilar metals that you stick in the ground or put in some other type of configuration using soil, like an ice cube tray that you see behind me. One key thing, though, that you need to be sure of is that you have the correct electrodes when doing this. Behind me here is a table that shows the potentials of metals and soils. You want to pick 2 that have the largest difference in potential. For instance, this table behind me, magnesium and graphite, they work very well together, but most likely you're not going to have magnesium, so go with aluminum. If you need graphite, just get it from a pencil. I bought some today. Okay, so once you've got your electrodes, what you're going to want to do next is take these plates and bury them or hammer them into the ground. You can also just take the dirt and put it in a bucket, like in this image right here. Next, you're going to get 2 wires. You're going to connect them each to one of the pieces of metal which you have buried or have in the bucket. Connect your voltmeter across and boom, you will have a voltage. But guess what? It's a pretty shitty current that you can't really do anything with, unfortunately. This is because the current you generate is proportional to the velocity of the electrons. When the velocity of the electrons increases, you'll then get a higher current. Now, when there's an extra force to the electrons, their movement speeds up, which increases the current. What this means is that you're going to have to make multiple configurations and connect them in series parallel to increase the voltage and current. You can also add salt water to the soil to enhance the operation. And the sky is the limit with this. So check this out. This is from a research paper I was going over. You can see the Earth battery right here, and then those LEDs are being powered by that Earth battery. Incredible. I'm not only going to...
It's dope, man. You never, like you said, you never know. I need that one day. So, the power of magnetic energy. Is that hot water? Gotta be hot water, right? Oh wow. That's insane. That's crazy. Yeah. He just, what is that? That's crazy. It make me wonder, like, how, like, what else can you use that for? You know? That's interesting. Yo, that is crazy how magnets do this. This makes me think like, what if we could make like, I don't know. It's dope, man. How it's able to do this. It's no string attack. It's just energy, you know, energy. It's crazy. Almost like you got magic, like you got powers or something. It's crazy. This could definitely be a useful thing or something else too. This is not for just, you know, to do this. It's very interesting though. For real.
Inside here is 3 grams of sheep explosive. This is how it works. Did you see that? The team. They can penetrate buildings, cars, trains, evade people, bullets, pretty much any countermeasure. They cannot be stopped because we are thinking big. Watch. A $25 million order now buys this. Enough to kill half a city. The bad half.
That is just crazy how they really got something like that though. Did y'all see how I just did that? Y'all saw that. Hey, come on, man. What else they got?
Here are 3 ways your thoughts create your reality. Number 1, electromagnetic fields. Your thoughts generate electromagnetic fields, attracting experiences of similar frequencies. Positive thoughts emit higher frequencies, drawing positive experiences, while negative thoughts attract the opposite. Number 2, the subconscious mind. Repeated thoughts with strong emotions impress your subconscious mind, which acts like a missile locked onto a target. It relentlessly pursues the goal, constantly correcting course until it's achieved. Number 3, the heart-brain connection. The heart also sends out electromagnetic signals through emotions. When thoughts and feelings merge, they become a potent force of attraction, amplifying your manifestation power. Cultivate a harmonious heart-brain connection for a life-changing impact. Harness the power of your thoughts and bend reality to your will.
How many of y'all use AirPods?
So today we're going to talk about the AirPods again and the patent that everybody was asking for. Here's the patent. You can look it up. It's the Apple AirPod patent. It actually shows everything that the AirPods are taking while you're wearing them, all the information that they are collecting. Now the real question is, where is all that information going, right? And to make it really weird, on the Apple phones, they have this thing called a fitness tracker, right? And this fitness tracker takes your steps taken, body motion, I don't know how they get that, vitals, and also the additional information on brain waves and everything else that's going inside your body, right? So turn this setting off if you do have an Apple phone. So then if we take it a step further on, the weird part of this is that these AirPods can be configured to provide health-related information or data such as, but not limited to, meaning anything, heart rate data, blood pressure data, temperature data, blood oxygen saturation level data, diet and nutritional information, medical reminders, such as one of these right in you, health-related tips, and other information. The question is who's collecting all this data, right? And is it syncing us up to... It kind of fits the narrative when we kind of think about it, right? The whole entire kind of Elon Musk wants to put a chip into your head. It sounds almost to me like the AirPods are kind of connected to this. What do you guys think?
Hey, you on to some real AirPods. Even the name. Have y'all heard about the invisible city in Saudi Arabia?
This is how they'll ultimately control all of us. They have just started construction of this giant $1 trillion wall in Saudi Arabia. They want these giant megalithic cities that everyone, the masses, will live in. In the next few decades, you're going to see the mass group of humans who survive all of the NWO Depop agenda. This is where the normal human will live. They're going to say the world is burning and life outside the wall is going to be this desolate ruin. There's going to come a point where human beings are going to be born into these kinds of cities and they're going to be told that life outside is physically impossible because of the hostile climate that humans can't live in anymore. Is this the future that you want for you and your kids? I'm really being censored. Please like the video, follow as I keep exposing the truth to the world, and join the Discord if you have urgent or important videos to share.
I feel like this wouldn't happen. I mean, it is possible, but we're gonna get to the point we just like, man, the planet gonna give us superpowers for real. Ever wonder why things really fall down?
Ever wondered why things really fall down? Well, you've come to the right place. All physical things exist at ground level. It's their natural habitat. Anything made of physical matter has a molecular structure. This is what determines the density of an object, not gravity. That's why a slinky waits for the rest of it to push it down, because there's no force there pulling it to the ground. What you're seeing here is just matter returning to its natural, neutral state through density buoyancy and electrostatics. The universe is not gravitational, but it is electrical. Watch the video until the end for full explanation.
Everything that exists is electric. There's not one thing that exists in the entire world that is not electric. It's actually the unifying force that keeps everything here, holds everything together, and everything seeks equilibrium based on that. So everything's trying to find a state of rest based on its electric phenomena or its electric nature within the environment that we exist within. And then when you start to look further into it, you find out that on the smallest scale, electrostatics is significantly stronger than gravity is even claimed to be. Magnitudes greater, 10 to the 36 power to be specific. So everything, simply put, everything that exists is electric. Everything that is falling to the ground or not falling to the ground is seeking equilibrium based on electrostatics. We can actually test this. We can use something called a corona motor, and whenever we manipulate electrostatics, we can make things levitate. We can make things go up or down, and we can actually change how fast they go down. We can also manipulate the weight of an object simply by manipulating electrostatics. And of course, that's how science actually works, is you do an experiment that shows you what the cause of the effect is, and you can manipulate electrostatics and cause the effect of downward acceleration, commonly referred to as gravity. Of course, I've never seen a test that manipulates space-time, and you will never see that. It doesn't exist. Everyone thinks that the reason things fall is because of gravity, but actually everything that exists is electrostatic. So whenever things go to the ground, they're seeking equilibrium, so they go find their balance on the ground where their charge disperses or spreads out in through the ground. So we have positive charge in the air, we have negative charge on the surface of the earth or on the ground, which is why it's called grounding, and then we introduced positive charge and then it went back down to the ground to seek equilibrium. This shows that that's actually what objects do when they fall to the ground. They go to the ground because of the electric forces and they seek equilibrium on the earth.
We knew about it as in the 1950s, even earlier, and it's all been hidden because if humans were allowed free energy, free movement, and able to explore, we would find out what this place is. We'd find out our position in this world. And that's the number one thing. Why are they hiding flat Earth? Why? What's the motive? And the motive is to keep us dumbed down, not knowing who we are, not knowing where we are, not knowing the true power that we have, and not having true freedom.
Electric sun excites the cold Nobel gases in the environment as it moves into and out of the horizon, aka the horizontal vanishing point during sunrise and sunset. We live in an electromagnetic torus field on the plane of inertia emitted by the magnetic North Pole. The sun and moon are polar opposites of electromagnetism. The Earth is Earth. It's the perfect system. Flat earthers can show experiments to back up flat Earth, but the globe only uses theories. My page is literally full of proof, so follow and bind your mind for more content like this.
The recent fires in California, Australia, and now Hawaii are unlike anything we've ever seen before. They are being called for. The recent fires in California, Australia, and now Hawaii are unlike anything we've ever seen before. They are being called forest fires and wildfires, but they are clearly something very different. These fires are burning homes into a white powdery ash footprint, while often leaving the surrounding green trees and shrubs practically untouched. In extreme cases, forest fires can reach temperatures up to 1,500 degrees Fahrenheit, and the melting point of aluminum is 1,220 degrees Fahrenheit. So it is possible for an extreme forest fire to melt aluminum. But there are cars with puddles of melted aluminum that were clearly not in the wildfire area. And melted glass, which has a melting point around 2,500 degrees Fahrenheit. These are unexplained anomalies. In the California fires of 2018, cars were randomly bursting into flames on the freeway with no surrounding fires. We've seen these same anomalies in New York City on September 11th, 2001. Cars completely burned out with no explanation. In Maui, these unnatural fires spared the homes of the rich while burning the native homes of the working class. With precision, these fires destroyed the most envied, high-valued areas of Maui. For decades, directed energy weapons have been classified, but they have been on the public record for several years now. Directed energy weapons, known as DEWs, have the ability to burn homes with this sort of precision. But in order to be this precise, the area would have to be mapped out. In January of this year, green lasers were seen over Hawaii, which could best be described as a geospatial array for mapping terrain. We have seen that among the ashy ruins, there are blue-colored objects that have somehow survived the devastation. Blue cars, blue umbrellas, a blue boat, blue planters. Videos online are going viral that show how lasers can easily burn through certain colored objects, but objects that are colored blue remain unharmed. Directed energy weapons include lasers, millimeter wave, and microwave. They are all based on light frequencies, and different wavelengths of light affect colors differently. For example, in laser tattoo removal, different wavelengths are used for removing different colors. And this is because color is a quality of light. Each color has its own frequency. Interestingly enough, the frequency of the color blue is 6.66. Reporting for InfoWars, this is Greg Reese.
So today we're going to hit on a real cool one, which is Mercury. Check this. Free energy. See that? See that spinning? That's the magic of Mercury. Now, they tell us to stay away from Mercury because it's toxic, but they also tell you that it's toxic because it's toxic to the profits of JP Morgan Chase and the Rockefellers and all the other people who bought out the energy industries so that they could put a meter on something and charge it to you, right? That's the whole thing. Check this right here. Mercury on top of a light bulb spinning. And the thing is the spinning is very fascinating because when you look at the old buildings from the old world, the sacred buildings, they used to have these brass balls and they loaded them up with mercury and they'd put them real high up so that they could gather atmospheric energy, which is free energy. The higher you go up, the more energy that's up there. And they would run, for example, a copper wire down into their home and they could use that if they wanted free energy or to light their light bulbs or whatever things that they had in the home. A lot of this is never disclosed because, for example, when we look at all of these things from the past, we start to look at a lot of things were about electrical conductivity. Look at that. They all look like conductors, right? Sacred buildings are looking like conductors. They're built like conductors. There's free energy right there. Free energy right there. But the thing is they changed all the history to make it look like everybody was fighting each other. It was medieval. People were going against each other. But in reality, I think the hidden history of the past is very different than what we've been taught.
Indeed. That is so true. Yeah. They want us to believe something else.
How to raise your vibration. Your thoughts are electric, your emotions are magnetic. Every thought has an emotion attached to it. Your emotions are felt in the heart, and the heart is 5,000 times stronger magnetically than the brain. In order to raise your vibration, you need to think properly. You need to have positive thought patterns. This will then have an effect of positive emotions, of feeling positive. When you feel positive emotions, you are putting out an electromagnetic vibration into the ether. Not only this, you are actually positively charging all the cells in your body. Every thought, every emotion you feel is affecting your cells and your health. You could eat the most cleanest foods ever, but if you're feeling negative all the time, you will have poor health. Because disease only exists on low vibrations, it cannot physically live on a high vibration environment. So if you want to raise your vibration, you got to master your mind. Master your mind, you will master your emotions. And never say anything negative, and never associate with negative talk, because you become that vibration. By doing this, you will naturally attract people who are on that similar vibration that you are vibrating on. Everyone in your life is a reflection of the vibration that you put out.
Energy attract energy. Or yeah. Energy that's like your energy attracts energy. Y'all get what I'm trying to say. Come on, man.
Right now, there are 131 active deep underground military bases in the United States. There's 1,477 of them worldwide. Each one has an average cost of $17 to $19 billion. Each one is built in the site, it used to be, it'd take a year to 2 years to build each one, and now they're capable of building a couple of them a year with sophisticated methods. My colleague, Al Bielek, has actually been on some of the high-speed railways the magneto-leviton trains that connect all the deep underground military bases within the United States. He's been on a Mach 2 train and floats off a single rail at a 3/4 of an inch off the rail, and is what you call high tech. We have nothing like this on the surface. Groom Lake is where the infamous Area 51, S4, S2, a CIA base. It was originally a bombing range, a nuclear test site. It was later become the most secret base in the United States. It employs over 18,000 workers who work in shifts of 12 hours at a whack. Most of them work in the cover of darkness, like us. We built out 9 underground military bases there, each with an average capacity capable of basically a city underground, roughly 4¼ cubic miles hollowed out underground. They have boring machines, for instance. They don't bore, they literally vitrify and melt the rock, deflagrate the rock. It's a very sophisticated laser melting and deflagrating system. Reduces the rock to a powder and then melts the remaining rock as a coating on the inside of the base, so you don't have to use gunite, cements, and other kinds of things like that. That's all old hat now. Technology is just basically the new technology we get is the old hat of the military. Anyway, after we drilled all 4 holes, it was about 2 days to drill all 4 of them. And when you build an underground base, you drill 4 basic holes, and then you build called stopes or cross-member holes across, and you use blasting equipment, special blasting equipment by the analyzation of the rock formation, and you literally blast out or tunnel out or deflagrate or melt rock out to build the large rooms that are required for this underground base. I was involved in building another base inside of Dulce, New Mexico, which is Los Alamos Laboratory. It's a biological laboratory. On the southwest part of the Archuleta Mesa, we built an underground facility, a better part of 3 cubic miles hollowed out underground. Then to the southwest of that, we were in the process of the early stages of building. We drilled 4 large tunnel-like holes. Some of them ran 2.5 miles under the surface. At that time, number of the original wells or drilling machines that were used were at the rate of 2 miles a day. Area 51 is only one base, one of the 131 bases. Of these 131 bases, I call Area 51 a mega base. It's got more than one base in it. It's Tonopah Test Range, Area 51, S2, S4, Groom Lake, and a host of others. Now, these mega bases are gobbling up our gross national product. Right now we're spending 28% of the gross national product on building underground bases solely. That doesn't count for the defense budget. That doesn't count for the spare parts budget. It doesn't count for any of that at all. And the black budget is dead. It sidesteps the United States Congress and its Constitution of its people and says you're a bunch of morons, you don't need to know. Well, a need-to-know basis is an executive order written during the Eisenhower era right after the created 1954 treaty and is treasonous and illegal in this country and should be overturned and abolished. All this alien thing is fine, except for one thing. Alien takeover is a serious threat. Kept totally out of the public view, off the surface, I'm sure the underground bases, without question, are being used as a place to house alien takeover. Alien takeover means the implementation of a one-world government.
I still find it crazy how we even got like undergrounds like this. That's wild.
We have an aura around our body, and it protects us from disease. Every human body is surrounded by an energy field. These magnetic fields are something you don't pay much attention to, but the truth is that the entire survival of the individual depends on maintaining the integrity of this energy flow. Now, the moment we break the spiritual rules, we damage that magnetic flow. We have to observe the laws of nature, and if we don't, the magnetic field fails. It can be damaged by unbridled living. It can be destroyed by moods, attitudes, fear, complexes, alcohol, drugs, narcotics, all kinds of things. But if this field is damaged, it reacts immediately through the health of the individual. You must never allow yourself to develop attitudes that are incompatible with the integrity that nature has bestowed. Magnetic fields are absolutely honest. There is no way to make them dishonest. And if you respect your integrity, you will be full of energy, immune to infection, disease, and suffering.
Hey man, if y'all enjoying this video or not, go ahead and smash that like button if you haven't already. China and no digital ID can't buy food. I think this is what they want to bring to America.
So the latest in this dystopian outrage that is now all of China apparently is I once again cannot buy food. A couple days ago, my uncle and my cousin helped me get a cell phone that is linked to a Chinese bank card so that I could buy anything. But now, apparently, it has been flagged for some reason, and I have to pass facial recognition identity verification, which is insane, because all I want to do is just spend my gift card balance on this debit card.
Do not cover your chin. Face the screen. Open your mouth. Why is it making her open up her mouth? That's crazy, right?
I can't believe I'm doing this. I have to open my mouth. Oh my god. Terrifying.
It's crazy.
Oh.
It didn't even work.
And of course, because it was my cousin who set this up for me, I did not pass verification. I guess it's a good thing that the Chinese app is not racist. But now, I once again can't buy anything.
That sucks, man. I feel like they want to bring that here. What do y'all think? Y'all think they ever? Because I remember them saying something about digital ID. Something like that. With no ID or something like that. That's interesting.
Proof the ancient world was more advanced than we are. Machines to cut stone. It's not fallen angel tech. That's from our past before the fallen. But where or how did they learn this? That is the question we have not solved yet.
And YouTube, that is for educational purposes only, entertainment purposes only. Alright y'all, we're gonna go ahead and end off the video right here. Hope you guys enjoyed that, learned something new. That was a good video. We got a lot more to get into in the next upload. So you guys turn on the notification bell, subscribe and post notification bell on, and like up the video. Let's get this video to 1,000 likes. With that being said, I will see you guys in the next upload.
I might lean, I might fall, I might save, I might spend, I might ball. Shit, I might call, I might not, I might ghost till tomorrow. First to admit, I feel good, but I'm flawed. Work on yourself, keep your family involved. Check on your health, never stress about the loss. If you move with respect, you'll attract what you want, that's a fact.